me laugh so damn man, that was good stuff. Holy Christ. I gotta mute myself.
Oh.
I gotta mute myself. I gotta watch it again.
Muting, quick.
All right, we are live, folks. Hello and welcome to the Arcade Hangout, episode number 35. I am Orange Whip, one of your co-hosts for the evening. We're a bunch of guys and gals that just like to hang out once a week, chat about classic arcade games, talk about tips and tricks, repairing them, collecting them, new games we've picked up, pinball machines we might have picked up at some point earlier today. We're going to go around the room, get everybody to introduce themselves, and get everybody to answer tonight's question of the week, I guess. And that question is, have you ever tried to fix something on your own and you just couldn't figure it out? And what was it? And what did you do to try to remedy the situation? So let's go to, Seabart.
Hello everyone. Seabart 1987 on everything except YouTube or Facebook. Wow, half a beer, that's a new limit. So far the JAMA cabinet right now, because I'm trying to figure out why it's not displaying properly on the screen. I don't think it's a sync, but I'm not sure if it isn't. I don't know if it's bad color proms, but it could be. So I'm going to try and fix it myself, but I have a strange feeling I'm going to be doing some lot of trial and error. And that's just to get one game working in it. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so current trying to get it running, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, and I'm going to have to figure out what the hell to do.
Well, okay. We do have a monitor expert on here.
Oh no, it's not the monitor.
It's the board.
It's something coming off of the board. Because before I took track and field apart so I could do the side, I did some alligator clipping, and it does come up. Like track and field will come up on that tube, but when I plug it in and feed it off of the JAMA board, I get a spot like that across the middle of the screen and just red and yellow doing this, and that's not any game image I've seen for this game, at least not the ones I've seen online.
It's not a boot up screen, right?
I don't think it's a boot screen, but the game on any screen that I've seen on YouTube doesn't have yellow on it, so I don't know where the yellow would be coming from. It looks like it's yellow and blue, and I think there's a bit of green bars going this way and then jumping around the screen. And if I try to stretch it in any direction, either up and down or vertically or horizontally, it just stays like doing this, and that's it. Like everything works on the monitor. I was able to get track and field on them perfect, but I can't get Google or holy shit.
Facebook sucks.
I can't get the game to magically appear. I'm thinking it's something to do with it's got to be the PCB, unless it's just that PCB doesn't like that particular monitor. But something tells me it's got to be the board.
What game was that again?
Actually, I'm gonna screw it up again. It's the knockoff of Russian Attack.
Russian Attack. Yeah.
Oh, Green Beret or whatever.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I keep screwing that up every time. No. Russian Attack's the one that was actually made for a game, and this is the knockoff, or the UK version that we said. Anyway, anyone got advice on that one?
Are you able to, at some point, point your camera that way later on?
I suppose I could.
No rush.
We'll have to do some rearranging. But like the cabinet's just like there, so I'll just have to pull it out to get the plug and
maybe at the intermission.
That's what's missing. Intermission.
Stay tuned after we all go to the lobby and get themselves some pop or however.
To find Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby in the lobby. Nice.
Slob and knobbies.
There we go.
Everybody's got to have a hobby.
I'll put once I pass it off, I'll pull it around there so when we're ready to go, we're ready to go.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
You're always ready to go, Jim.
That's right.
Jim,
Well,
Jim,
finally, that's what we were waiting for to get on this damn thing tonight.
Yeah,
Jim, if you're always ready to go, how come you don't have a kid yet?
Oh, snap.
Well, there are some precautions.
You know what to do about that.
Well, what you don't know how to take the thimble off?
The thimble. Whoa, hey now. Dave was just talking about wiping his head. I was asking if he uses a tissue for that.
Why go?
You know what? Let's ask him. We're going to pass it off to Dave from Buffalo.
Good
That was easy. I can't believe I even fucking typed that. But I said that. As soon as I did it, I'm like, oh my god, what a moron. Dave from Buffalo, MacD 2001 on Clav. Dave from Buffalo on YouTube. And what was the question? Any game that you what was the question?
Something that you were trying to fix or work on, you just could never get it done.
Well, that's pretty much everything in my life.
So, what did you do to what? Pick one, and what did you do to fix it? Buy a new board, send it out to get repaired.
Okay. I have 6 games here. Well, we'll count 7 if you count the empty Play Choice cabinet, which the Punch-Out would eventually be in. The Punch-Out board was messed up. Adam fixed it. The Operation Wolf was working, so I moved it down here. But there's the edge connectors is non-existent on the board. Everything's soldered, and one thing is now disconnected, which when I touched it and put some electrical tape, it did come back on, so that gave me a little bit of hope. Asteroids, I bought a new board. I bought that for $200. I bought a new board for the Asteroids, and instead of nothing, now when I get the board in, I get... It's not playing blind. It is playing blind, but now when I hit the fire button, I get a high-pitched squeal, which is more than I had before. Donkey Kong has got a vertical collapse, but it does play, and it sounds great. Centipede healed itself, and the Donkey Kong Jr. in the blue cabinet, the colors are off. So I have not fixed shit. I bought like 5 cap kits, now I installed 1. I love that. Let's see. I bought mega parts, but I haven't done anything technical, so I'm going to pass it on to someone else. Okay, let's go, Andrew.
Oh, shit. I want to hear more about all this shit. So wait.
In case you didn't know, it was your turn.
Oh. No, actually, a question for Dave. So, what have you repaired?
Nothing. Oh, wait, no, that's true. Wait, no. No, I put a new trackball in the Centipede, and then everything was reversed, and Jumble Junkie had a YouTube thing that he said you gotta switch out the yellow and the green or whatever it is, and it fixed the whole thing. I did.
Green what?
The wires for the trackball in the optic board or whatever, because they said. And it was exactly my problem. I put a new trackball and it works great. I have a new overlay for the Centipede, a new CPO, which I have not installed. I have the Punch-Out's a project. I'd keep buying parts. Yeah, I don't know how to do shit. I'm just here for comic relief.
I don't know how to do shit.
So, are you a cap kit virgin like Gak Attack is?
Oh, 100%, but I have 5. I bought 5. I have 5. I have a Geo7 cap kit, and I have 6. I think. I have 5 Sanyo cap kits for the Punch-Out, the Donkey Kong, and the Donkey Kong Jr. But
and then what? A spare one for fun?
Yeah. And then the Operation Wolf, I bought 2 extra guns, which my father's restoring 1 gun, except now the Operation Wolf doesn't work, so we've got some issues. And the Asteroid looks great. The marquee looks great when it's lit up. I mean, there's nothing on the screen, but it looks great.
Is there a reason why you haven't done a cap kit yet? Are you actually nervous about it, or?
It's kind of more time. It's like it's like I got to sit down and And there's a Buffalo guy who's Flynn, who's responding. He's like, "Hey, if you need help," but I'm gonna take him up on it because he got an asteroids a week before I did, and he got it for $100, and I wanted to get that asteroids, but it worked out that I got this one for 200. But my cabinet looks great. I really want right now I want the asteroids to work. That's number one.
Well, you and your cousin sit down and try to figure shit out.
Well, cousin Brian only buys working games, so.
Well, he'll see it working for long.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have to figure it out eventually. Better to the two of you go at it.
Well, we did kind of look at we were checking voltages on the asteroids, and then I decided to buy the new board. So I saw a little more light. I've got oh, that's nice. I've got MacLeod, and now at least the game is playing blind, sort of, except when you hit the fire button, you get a horrible squeal. And my go-to game, Centipede, which was working great, so I moved it around. Now the high scores aren't saving, but at least the monitor looks great. I love stuff.
It is pretty sexy.
Yeah. And Dave, I'm just going to say, this is the best stream feed I think I've ever seen you have before. Did you do something? Did you update your internet connection or something? Because it's like your stream's way better than ever.
Yeah, actually, it does look good.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I still don't get the HD symbol, but it looks great.
But it looks better. It doesn't look all pixelated and cutting in and out like he normally does.
No, I mean, well.
Don't touch anything. Just leave it alone.
Well, can I
breathe.
Can I touch the light? Here we go.
Whoa, production value.
No, usually when I was in the backyard, I was wireless. I am a hardline now. Nothing has changed except the last few times I've always been, wired.
It looks better for sure.
Look at that.
Or maybe Google's just fixed their shit.
Everyone actually looks great.
I'd like to hope so.
Yeah, because it did have a new thing that popped
shit.
up. It had a new thing that popped up today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but YouTube is still less quality or worse quality than what we're seeing. I don't know if that's just the nature of the beast or not, but it used to be way better. Like like if you look at our previous, like our early episodes, like the first 20, it looked.
We had 5 people.
20. No, we jumped pretty quick to 10 once we started going live with these and archiving them. But if you look at the actual the quality has just shifted. But what I'm seeing though, everyone looks great, like you were saying.
Oh man, hopefully maybe they found a bug or something.
Yeah, something.
Hopefully, it'd be nice.
Everybody looks
Attention to the forums.
And maybe someday we'll try Chrome again.
Yeah, right. I'm tired of testing browsers. That was a big waste of time going back and forth and running tests.
All right, Andrew, back to you, buddy.
All right, so 30% on Clav, youtube.com/StupidBar. So games or stuff I've not been able to repair. For the most part, I've actually been lucky. I've never had any major board repairs that just didn't work. I will say that I do have my Wacko, which I never got the sounds fully working on that, but I also never really exhausted all of the options on it. Like I didn't try everything, and then another board set came up for sale on Club, and I just bought another one. It's always nice to have a backup, right? You know, I mean, that was sort of like the idea behind that.
Especially when they're somewhat rare.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't so much about being lazy and just being like, fuck it, I'll just buy a spare board or an extra board that's working, so much as it was to have an extra, and then I'll get that one repaired and then have that one on the shelf to make sure I've got a backup if this board ever goes south. But that one definitely was kind of a give up, but we're not done yet. But I had to have it ready for our whack-off competition.
Yes, at some point.
Yeah, we haven't set a date for that, but it'll be sometime spring, early summertime maybe. But yeah, if anyone wants to join us in our first annual whack-off.
Only annual?
I just said, well, first. Yeah.
First annual.
I don't know if I can hold out that long.
The arcade hangout whack off.
It'll be a big load.
Yeah.
There'll be multiple loads all over the place, all over North America.
Well, it depends how many people can whack off at the same time. You know, how many machines? That's a lot of games.
Right, it's true. Yeah, I mean, how many did they make of those things? 350, 400, 500, something like that. Not very many of those wackies.
I have to figure out how we're going to do this.
But the games are pretty short, right? People whack off in a hurry, and I mean.
Hey, who played that in the arcade back in the day?
Not it.
I never saw one.
I never saw it.
I did. Anyone else?
No.
Yeah, I did. I remember playing it. Because I remember looking at the game, and I'm like, but I got a few years. I might be the oldest.
No.
Am I the oldest? Carrie? Am I the oldest?
Nope. I'm older than you.
Oh, no.
Well, I know. She's the only one.
Oldest.
I'm 40. I would be 44 in April.
You're not even older than me.
Oh, you bastard.
Dude, was that Pepper?
That was supposed to be an old fart sound.
Did Pepper just burp?
Oh, God. Pepper's upstairs. She's probably throwing up in my bed.
Pepper would be named dog for those of you who don't know.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Carrie and Brad. Brad, I don't know how old you are. You've got a bald head. You could be 40 or 60. I don't know.
I will be 45 in April.
April what?
21st.
15.
Who knows the oldest out of everybody here?
Well, Buffett, you never even talk, and now I don't have your picture.
Right.
You're another.
I do talk, but y'all talk over me, so I just don't talk.
I'm sorry, what's that, Buffett? I can.
My buddy Bill, he's older than all of y'all here.
So how many of us that come on the Hangout actually have I was going to say a whack-off. A wacko.
Well, let's see. So you, me, Gak,
Kalen,
Kalen, and we can never get Tron guy on here.
Yeah, he's been trying to get on.
Kalen hasn't been on here for a while.
Well, he was on earlier tonight, but he didn't stick around.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we were having problems. He was having problems.
And maybe we can get Steve from Grinkers to play his at the same time.
Yeah, I was not messaging. I was on Facebook. I was replying to something that he had posted somewhere, and I was like, "Dude, when the hell are you going to come back on the show?" Miss him.
Did you reply to the Todd Tucky thing? That old.
No.
No. Todd Tucky had some old answer machine voicemail and.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Herman.
Yeah, that was funny, dude. I laughed my ass off listening to that.
I haven't actually watched the Todd Tucky video in a long time.
I realized that watching the previous show with when John came on, that I was pretty sloshed by the time he joined.
Yeah.
It was a good bit.
Yeah. Here in about an hour, Bill will be a year older, so he's definitely got y'all beat.
I
said, Bill.
It's Bill's birthday tomorrow, the 9th.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Bill. You old fuck.
Not quite 50 yet. He's getting there.
Oh,
So,
what I was gonna say earlier. Now that I see Mock playing his pin, I thought he was opening up like a fridge earlier because I didn't click on his picture and didn't put 2 and 2 together. I just saw like a faint light and him standing in front of it. So I was gonna be like, "What's Mock getting out of the fridge?" And I realized he was playing a pinball.
That thing looks all LED'd out too.
Yeah, we'll have to hear his pickup. All right, well, he's sitting down now. So just real quick, just an upcoming teaser. We will have the first annual Whack-Off as featured on this show. If you have a wacko and would like to join us for this show someday in the future, then please let us know, and we'll make sure you're on the stream, and we'll get that figured out. But a wacko tournament. So, Steve.
I'm thinking that requires a T-shirt. By the way, I think you need to do another T-shirt design for the Whack Off.
Right. Yeah. So just what I need to do is another T-shirt design this year.
Right. Give him enough.
That's right.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
Right, we were talking. Gonna do a T-shirt design, do the Kong off style marquee for the wackos while we're playing. Maybe I can get Crafty and Sam, who is Sam in our chat tonight? I haven't seen it. Anyway, I can get the guys to come over here, and actually we'll record separate scores for everyone on my machine. If anyone else has guests they can invite over, we'll do that as well. But yeah, we're gonna do a live whack off.
Yeah.
And with that, on to you, Steve.
Yo.
Yeah, get back over.
Love everybody.
Ooh, nice.
As everybody already saw on Facebook earlier, yeah, I finally got my whitewater. It's a super sweet one too. It's decked out with like the original topper, which is like something I had to have. I don't know if you guys know, but that topper is like they never made new ones of those because it has a special foil for the waterfall effect, and they've tried to like recreate it, like Twisted Pins tried to recreate it, and it just came out like garbage. So everybody really that likes whitewater really tries to find them with the original topper, so it can have the flowing effect with the lights that blink. So I don't know if you guys know about that, but.
So now you have more pins than Vid, so you're officially a pin guy, you dick.
Well, I got an Outrun, and I have my MAME cabinet that has like 10,000 games on it, so I have way more games.
So you have 10,000 arcades.
There you
I've
go.
got internet too. So
You should start up like a galloping ghost.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You've got more games than anyone else.
Here, I'll show you what the pin looks like. It's really modded out, so I don't know if you guys can even see it, but.
I'm sorry, Mock, but this is an arcade hangout.
Yeah, this is an
not a
arcade.
pin-
Shut up.
This is not a pinball hangout.
Wait, he's got to model it for us.
Okay, so this right here is a mod. You have to a special order to have this rock here, because usually it doesn't have this part of the mountain. This little polar bear, this bear here eating a fish, that's a mod. I don't know if you guys have played Whitewater before, but if the ball shoots through Bigfoot, there's a mod on here where it'll light up Bigfoot, which is kind of cool. Let's see what else is on here. Everything's like LED'd out. More extra LEDs for some of the ramps and stuff. All the ramps are brand new. That's like big bucks right there. Ramps for Whitewater cost over $100 or so. I think a couple hundred.
So many flashing lights. I'm like mesmerized.
I don't know. Is that coming out?
Zone out for a while. Oh
well,
yeah.
Honestly,
just leave it right there. I'm just gonna zone out for a while and drink my vodka and.
Little else.
Here, let me see if you guys can get the waterfall effect here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look
Oh
at that.
baby.
Oh, that's so Oh. Gusher.
That's pretty cool, though, right?
It's a gusher.
It's a gusher. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Carrie knows I've been looking for a Whitewater for a really long time, so yes, the day has come.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Yay! I hate to say
Bonus.
Grail game, but that's like one of my Grail games, so yeah, pretty excited. The price was slightly more than I wanted to pay, but wasn't super crazy because I saw some really crazy prices out there. It's really starting to go up in price. I mean, a couple years ago, this game was like $2,000. It's already more than doubled. So, yeah. So,
Have the emitter-based collector.
what's that? Who said that? Is that Buffett?
Yeah, we're talking about PCBs that I'm junking.
Oh, okay.
You'll see after transistor.
It is it's a really gorgeous machine, Steve. Like
Oh. Thank you. I'll post some pictures on something.
yeah.
Probably on that pinball site for the Facebook, so you guys can see it there. Because clobbers don't care about pinball stuff, so.
What's oh yeah, on the pinball site or Facebook. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
That is really nice, Christian. Congratulations. That topper's gorgeous. I can see why you were really hoping to be able to get that.
Yeah, it's even the plastic dome that goes over it is like $200, I think, just for that. Just the plastic dome, yeah, and that's the same dome that's over the fish tails where the fish flaps inside it. I don't know if you guys have seen that that pinball, but
Yeah, Whitewater's a fun pin for sure.
yeah, it's
fun.
Yeah, it's as soon as I started talking about it, that's when Keith started saying, "Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll get one too." I'm like, "Oh no, you don't want one of those." So it's been a race. Who's going to get one first? He actually has a lead on one. So then I contacted Kaylin. I go, "Hey, Kaylin, Keith's not going to buy your Whitewater, so I'll buy it." And I offered him like a pretty decent amount, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. That's a nice offer, but I want to keep. That's my favorite pinball table." I'm like, exactly. So yeah, Kaylin didn't want to give it up. So what was kind of cool is somebody contacted me because in the pin side I kept posting every few weeks looking for a Whitewater. Let me know. Let me look for a Whitewater. And somebody contacted me and said, "Hey, I have a Whitewater. It's all modded out. It's been serviced. It's got a brand new DMD display I just put in it. Brand new ramps, brand new plastics, all that stuff." And he offered it to me for I better not say on here in case I resell it. If you want to text me, I'll tell you the price. I don't want to say it on Google Hangout, but anyway, it was a good price, and so I was excited. I'm like, yes. So shot over to LA, about a 2-hour drive there, and traffic was horrible coming back because I posted in Facebook, and I think Andrew and Brad saw it, and they're like, "Hey," they could tell what it was just from the photo I had. All I showed them.
Well, I knew what you were looking for too, so.
Yeah, Steve, the smile on your face gave it away. It was like you looked so happy. It was so. And 2 hours is fucking nothing. Like it's at least normal for me is 3 hours. So like that, it was practically in your backyard. That is so great.
Yeah, I mean that's what my wife said. She goes, "You look like you're glowing in that picture." Yeah, I'm kind of glowing, but yeah, traffic was like 3.5 hours back. I'm like, oh, just want to get back. But yeah, so that's me. I'm happy. So
that's been one of my number one tips lately for new people is like patience.
It's hard when
there's so many people that are just like fucking buying shit up because they see something for sale. It's like just wait a week or two or a month or two. You'll eventually get what you're looking for, and for cheaper and good quality.
Yeah, wait long enough. Yeah, usually.
So, Steve, you still need to answer the question, the week.
Oh, I forgot to even look at it. Let's see.
That's right, because
I don't know if he has much to answer that with, though.
Awesome.
Yeah, I could say that it was my monitor for Outrun. I'm still figuring that out. Yeah, probably just that. Am I coming in?
Yeah.
My signal is dropping.
Yeah, a lot of. I have to say, on my feed, a lot of people are frozen, but you're coming along this side.
Yeah.
They were there for a second, and then it kicked back in.
My internet slows down around 8 o'clock when everybody's watching Netflix. The bandwidth, So, yeah, probably just my Outrun. I was trying to just fix the horizontal. So I hate just like starting to play around with pots and then start to fuck something up. So that's why I'm going to talk to like Keith, who knows how to work on these things. So maybe he'll help me fix it. But yeah, just monitor stuff. Oh, I wanted to pose a future question, maybe.
Sure, we write it down.
Maybe a double? It's like a sort of a double question, like a story of what was the best buyer you've ever bought from, and what was the worst, like when the incident of it. Because
kind of had a worst one already.
What is Deals Gone Bad?
I think we had one that was your scariest pickup or something like that.
Oh, that was a scary one, yeah.
Yeah.
But have you ever had one like kind of like what Joel had one where he's about ready to go buy it, and then they go, oh, someone just contacted me, that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be.
Oh, fuck, I have an awesome one for that one.
Yeah, something where someone's really fucked you over really bad.
What was the worst buying experience?
Yeah, like what's the worst and what's the best? That's like my question for a future time. I think that'd be kind of a cool one. So
I've got a good one for the worst one, I'll tell you that.
yeah, I'm sure people do. So okay, so who hasn't gone? Is Jim gone?
No.
All right, Jimbo.
Mine's easy because I've been talking about it for the last like 2 weeks. These fucking novelty machines. I have no fucking clue how to fix them. But
I asked for you too, and the guy has no manuals for those. Sorry, Jimbo.
Yeah, thanks though. It's fucking nuts. But it's just most of them are working. It's just a couple that it's just those damn blue love meter ones that I have issues with. But there's been I have been sending Adam a bunch of stuff. I looked up all the parts, all the chips and stuff, and most of them aren't in production anymore. Surprise, surprise. But you can find them on eBay. At least the chips.
I might have modern equivalents.
Right. And then I ordered a bunch of caps for those and the personality analyzer, the big filter cap, which is what I figure that those are, those 3300 microfarad ones. But so I ordered. I'm waiting for those to show up so I can see if that'll fix that little audio issue with personality ones. But yeah, I'm in absolute dark with these. So I've been sending Adam some PMs just like here's what I found and stuff like that. And I know he's been super busy. He's been pretty quiet, but I'll talk about. I have some more stuff relating to Clav that I'll talk about later. But so yeah, that's where I am on those. I also have been thinking about ordering another. Well, I shouldn't say I've been thinking about it. I probably will, just not anytime real soon. I'm going to order another Phoenix Arcade CPO for Marble Menace and populate that control panel and probably swap them. I don't know. But either way, I want to get moving or at least get that ready so that if nothing else, I can sell one or the other or hang on to it or whatnot. But I have a little bit of an itch, and that's just something that's simple enough that I can do. But yeah, that's about it. Unrelated to arcade, but related to the show, I ordered some more audio equipment that I'm kind of excited about for just kind of to my little setup that I've got going here. I instead of having this mic stand that I've got here, I ordered one of the nice articulating arms that you would see like in a podcasting or radio studio, so that this isn't taking up desk space. I can just swing it around, so it's not in the way of like a monitor or my mixer and stuff. So I'm kind of excited about that and a couple other little things. So, but that's just to do with the. It's funny because I'm like, holy shit! I've got all this extra equipment just for this fucking show, but it's not really the case. I do a lot of I've got a lot of video projects where I have to do voiceover stuff, so it's working really well for that. Rather than my old little portable setup I had. So, but anyways, that's all I got. Let's see who hasn't gone yet. Carrie, you haven't gone, have you?
No, I haven't gone. I have so many answers, sadly. What?
Go.
So this will serve as an update for those who have asked me, as well as to say that my answer is that my fucking iRobot power supply has continued to flummox me. It was also easy watching John's video when he did the cap kit and it fixed it all. and the cap kit didn't fix it. Damn it. Yeah, so John's video
Hey,
with
that
his iRobot.
that happened with my Marble Madness, Carrie. My
Really?
Marble Madness. Yeah. I ended up saying fuck it, and I went and picked up the cheapest micro ATX power supply I could find, and that supplies all the DC voltage. The AC works, but the DC doesn't. And I rebuilt everything on that thing, and not get going. So.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know, and the thing of it is that the game scares me. It intimidates me. Because I readily admit that I don't know really what the fuck I'm doing. I am learning as much as I can quickly. I've done cap kits. I've done multiple things. So I'm not afraid to hop on a board, but that board scares me because I'm just so afraid that I'm going to fuck it up. I feel a certain sense of history and significance with it, and not like when I'm working on my pole position or any other the Tempests or whatever, like whatever on the vector monitor, but when it comes down to the iRobot, I worry about it. So it makes me anxious each time I work on it. So yeah, the cap kit. My issue with that one is much like John, I had the little LED of death that came on, so nothing would happen. The little LED of death in the power supply. It's this odd switching power supply that's unlike any other. Oh joy, just I wanted. So the little LED of death would come on, and after the cap kit was completed, the good news is LED of death no longer coming on. Woo, woo, right? I'm like,
bonus.
high five. Right? Yes, exactly. Because LED of death, no fun. So I'm like, yes. So I turn, with the anxiousness and excitement of like a child coming down to Christmas morning with the presents under the tree. I look into my monitor, and it is nothing but fucking cold in my stocking. Nada. Nothing.
Oh no. What? It's like nothing was working. It like just took a big turd on you, or like what?
Did I say, Jim? Nothing came up.
Oh.
Is there some odd voltages in it that you'd have to use that particular switching power supply, or you just want to keep it original?
Yeah, no. I mean, it is. So there, I believe that there is some alternate that there is an alternate to this particular switching power supply. It's unlike you can't just swap it out for something that's easily obtainable. But yeah, no. So it's not playing blind. There's no picture. There's no nothing. LED of death is not coming on, and so a bottom line, I have like a backup plan to my backup plan. So my backup plan is at the time my friend Andy was out, so he took my power supply home, where he has an oscilloscope and he can look at. Yes.
I was a little late on that one. I wasn't expecting Andy to pop in so quickly.
Right. Nice to know that he's all cute. So at the moment he has it, and because then he can put it under load. I just don't have a lot of the equipment that I need to quite yet, even though I've amassed equipment relatively quickly. But I don't have an oscilloscope. I don't have an oscilloscope. He does, and he can put it under load with what it is that he has, so he can better figure out why the hell I'm not getting any kind of picture, because things are looking pretty good, and the voltages that we looked at looked pretty good, but not all of them. So that's where we are. And honestly, if he can't figure out, my friend Kalen, many of you know Kalen, he has a board guy who has an iRobot, and that's the other tricky part, is finding someone that you can test, a way to test your game, because there aren't that many of them around. And actually, the fellow who has an iRobot who's near me has a different power supply because he's crapped out. So he has the alternate power supply, so I can't even test my power supply in his game. So there is someone down in the Southern California region who has the iRobot, who does board repair. So my backup plan to my backup plan is to have to send the board out for repair, and that will make me sad because I'd like to try to be independent on these things. And honestly, I've said this before on the show, it's, what I'm most excited about with all of this is learning how to work on the boards. And I've enjoyed, it's stressful, but I've enjoyed doing the board repair that I've done. but so it's really frustrating to feel like I'm just in over my head on this. I fucking hate that feeling. So yeah, I don't like that I'm admitting defeat publicly on a recording.
You know what?
There's people with electrical and engineering degrees that sometimes can't fix this shit. So
yeah, and you know what, Carrie? Of all things to like throw your hands up in the air or throw the towel in on, board repair is not that is probably the best thing, because that's, to me, that is like probably the most complicated thing when it comes to these repairs, or can be. Yeah. I have no regrets with, like, back when I was doing my Miss Pac-Man, there was a bunch of chips that had, and I simply at that time I just didn't have the tools, but I had some stuff, and there's a gazillion people out there that will repair Miss Pac-Man boards, so there's even like competition, and so the repairs aren't that bad. But if I can't figure it out, I have no problem sending it out and having someone repair it, because that shit can get really really complicated. But at the same time, when I fixed my Moral Madness and Road Blasters boards, that was probably one of the most gratifying experiences. But that's just ROMs, and that shit, and that stuff really, really interests me. Like, it intrigues me. It's so much fun to burning this chip and throwing it on here fixed. It's so like retro. I felt like I was fixing something. And I guess you are fixing something from the early '80s, but it kind of puts you back there, and so yeah, I totally see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to make, like, I felt good about some of the things I've done where, I've made something look so much better than it was. You can have the before and after pictures, and that's awesome, and I don't want to diminish that in any way, because, I'm pretty good at that, actually. But but being able to bring something back to life is phenomenal. Maybe it harkens back to when I wanted to be
absolutely.
A doctor. Like, look at this. I breathed life into it, mouth to mouth the game. Yeah.
I did this. Yeah.
So are you referring to like the PCB board repair, or are you still talking about power supply? Like, do you even know if your board is okay or not?
Yes, I do, actually. Yeah, because I actually put. Caitlin was kind enough to let me.
So you know it's your power supply.
I do know it's my power supply. My NV RAM isn't working on the iRobot, but whatever. I don't care about that right now. But yeah, the power supply, it is in fact the power supply. So I know that. And
Well, I mean, all power supplies essentially can be replaced, even if like that one turns out to be bad and there's absolutely no way to fix it, what there shouldn't be. But you should be able to get another switching power supply, and even if you got different voltages, you can get step-down boards that will alter voltages to the voltages that you need.
Well, and this one, lots of calls.
I was late on that one, I guess.
And I will, it's because it's not and this harkens back to what I said in the beginning, which is that I feel like if I fuck other things up on my other boards, it's pretty easily replaced. But this power supply is unique unto the iRobot, and
right, but it's only supplying DC voltage, though, right? So I mean, DC voltage is DC voltage. It doesn't have to come from just that power supply.
No, and that's very true. But it's not as easy to get a different power supply as it is for any other game in my collection.
Well, just like I said, it depends on the voltages. Like if it requires a 7.5 volt, you can get a board, like a little board for like $3 that steps down 12 volt to 7.5, and boom, you've got your 7.5 volts. Like there are alternatives to getting different DC power supplies. It's not.
Yeah. And the fellow who was near me ended up getting a completely got a different power supply.
Yeah.
21 gigawatts.
Dare I say, it won't be cheap and easy. So anyway, that's
and those usually go hand in hand, don't they?
They do indeed. So iRobot is where
Mr. Herman.
I've admitted, at least for now, and perhaps someday my iRobot will misbehave again, and it will be fixed by my hand instead of me saying, "Can you please help me?" and have someone else help me with it. But I'm new to this, and I'm very quick. I'd never soldered 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I'd never soldered in my life, so but yeah, it's I admit what I don't know, and I will.
That's a smackdown to Dave from Buffalo. Dave, get your ass in gear, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there right now.
He's peeing. He just said he has to. He just said he had to drain it.
Sounds like Griffin's here.
All right, I need to take a break.
Cap kits are like paint by numbers, but with a soldering iron. I think they're kind of fun. You need to match up the numbers.
I need to take a
there. It's super fun.
I think the peeing sounds made him had to go pee there, Jimbo.
It is contagious. Yeah.
Yes.
But
So
yeah, Carrie, you're right about the cap kits there. It is like numbers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I told my friend who, like, my buddy has a couple of more arcade games than me, and the only thing he's replaced is a horizontal pot, and I think a B+ filter or something like that. And I keep telling him, it's like, you got to cap them. It's like, no, it's too hard to work. It's like, it's paint by frickin' numbers.
Yeah.
The hardest part about that is just getting the chassis out of it usually.
Well,
especially this one, the JAMA cab here, because the anode cup is right by the coin door. Like, you put your hand 2 inches in the door and you're at the anode cup. So discharging that and having the clearance was a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're using.
For someone like Dave that hasn't done a cap kit and he's got to do a Geo7, those are the easiest chassis to get out of. You don't even have to remove the monitor. They're so easy to pull out.
Well, you don't really have to for a lot of them. In K7000s, you usually don't have to. 4900s. Right. I mean, Nintendo is probably the worst one.
I would say 4600s are actually
at
least equivalent to Nintendo's.
I do not keep 4600s in this household. I get rid of them.
I don't know. Like, after rebuilding the one in my eyes, like, it's I like the way that monitor looks. It just
it has a good quality.
It's just a pain in the ass to get it to that point.
Well, I mean, if you think about a regular monitor chassis, it's one board. Why this one's one board and it has like 3 or 4 stacked boards?
And everything is like mounted or like attached to the tube and to these other boards to the point where it's not just you just unplug a couple of things and you pull the chassis out. You have to pull the whole monitor out, and a lot of times, if I remember correctly, you have to actually, if they don't have like quick disconnects from that someone has done from a former repair, you have to cut some wires just to get it off. Like, it's not just a simple disconnect.
Right. There's a lot of grounds that are like that too. I know. I've seen.
Yeah.
So, Jim, you're saying that it's hard that there's some challenges to getting it off.
Well, I have to admit where I may lack some particular skills, and that 4600 really brought them to the surface.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to finesse it when you're trying to get it off.
It was a big learning experience, but I think it developed some new skills that will definitely benefit me in future repairs.
Yeah.
I mean, the 4600 was all designed to basically almost not be worked on, right? It was designed just to pull a board out and replace it with a new board.
Well, the 4600 is a bastardized TV chassis. That's all it is.
Right.
I knew Buffett would chime in.
Yeah.
I was going to
before, so when I tried to chime in, I couldn't.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Buffett,
of course he's going to jump in.
To answer the question, you haven't gone yet, right?
Buffett has not gone yet. No.
Buffett has not gone. Buffett, I'm turning it over to you.
All right, that's cool. Well, before I get started, on the Rockola games, if you ever go to put another monitor in one, they only like to sync to like 4900s and 46s.
Ah, good call. Oh, that's right. I think Sean had a problem. No, that was his Ladybug he had a problem with. Never mind.
So yeah, just keep that in mind if you ever want to replace that monitor, which is fine because the 4600 suck. But you might only be able to put like a 49 or something in because they will not. They'll like you can get an image on a K7, but on Nibbler, it won't sync to it on the right-hand side. It'll just be squiggly.
Oh, I wonder how that is for, because I've got that warp in storage that I got that the tube has absolute garbage for burn. Like it's the worst Mr. Do burn ever.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the chances are of finding a compatible tube with a 46 versus
46 and the 49. The Fatnet K7s use the same tube, or can use the same tube.
Oh shit! Well, then I might actually have one.
Yeah, so you can get them out of TVs, no problem.
But if you can get a 4900, that's a much better monitor too.
Yeah, and I have an extra chassis too for 49.
Because my Warp I think has either a 46 or a 49. My Nibbler has a 46, and my Eyes is either a 49 or for some reason I don't know how I got it to work. It might be a K7, but I think it's a 49. That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So when you
it's funny. I have a 4900 chassis, but for how common people talk about, oh yeah, I love 49s. They're in like half my games. I don't have one game that has a 4900 in it.
Yeah, I've got quite a few games. A lot of my Williams games have 49s. Hit them. I don't know why, but I guess Williams just had a run on 49s when they were out at that time, because I've seen a lot of Williams games with 49s, and a lot of Midway games with 49s too, between Pac-Man and Tron.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of 49s in those, and Geo7s.
Yeah, I've got a shit ton of Geo7s.
So I used to really hate the Geo7, but I've got a couple in some of my games. I don't really hate it now. I mean, it's an inferior monitor by all means, but
after you two had that special moment together that one night when you were stuck in the elevator, you now don't mind them as much.
Yeah. Well, after everybody started asking me to repair them, I'm like, God damn it.
Do you when you're repairing the Geo 7s, do you almost always replace all the pots?
No, I very rarely replace the pots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very rarely do I. Well, for one, I really don't have any problem with them. So a lot of times, if they're giving you any issues, I just hit them with a little bit of spray, and they free right up, and it cleans them out, and they're golden. The only time I actually replace them is when they're all just rusty and you can't do anything with them.
Placed one last
Sure.
night.
Not on Geo7. Yeah, that and like, I wish I could find a good source for them, but they're so expensive. Like each pod is like that I can find is like between $1 and $1.50 bulk each. Well,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where these people are getting them, but I can't seem to find them, in any cheaper than between 75 cents and $1. It's really stupid.
Yeah, and that's about that. I mean, I feel like I can't remember what the pot kit I bought was for the Geo 7 or my mispacked Geo 7 because just for the B plus, and it's like, well, shit, if I'm going to buy one, I should buy the whole set or whatever. And
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind replacing them all. I mean, the pots are pretty crappy just in general because they're the old metal pots, but they seem to still work all right. So until the time comes where they're just so bad all the time that I'm just going to have to start stocking them,
or in my case, where it just crumbles apart in your hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they just do, and same with the Sanyo B plus pots. I just automatically replace those.
Okay.
Those old metal pots are just trash. You should always replace those things. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, I'd love to stock them, but I just can't afford to buy $200 worth of pots and sit on them. So
Sure.
and I got to up the price on the repair when I do. So because they're just expensive. So, but
I like to just go with one pot.
sooner or later. So, but anyway,
Depends on the type of pot.
Well, I mean, it's talking about sitting on them, I mean, I'm not that particular. I don't need that many.
But anyway, get back to the question here. I'm Buffet on K-Love, the arcade buffet.
I don't even introduce myself anymore. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I don't care. read the fucking lower third, you dick.
Yeah. I don't have it on. But yeah, send your monitors in, get them repaired. I got parts, all that good stuff.
And like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on a repairing spree here just the last couple of days.
I've seen some of your videos pop up.
Yeah.
Like a cluster of them.
Yeah, there's a whole cluster of them earlier.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got a couple of days off of work, so it's Friday, Saturday, yesterday, and today I've been repairing. I got a couple K725s that I got to test for people right now.
What? Here's a question for you before you can actually answer our question.
Oh, all right.
What made you decide to do videos of the repairs or the repaired monitors? Like, what gave you that idea? Or I'm just curious.
Well, it's a combination of a couple things. Because a lot of the folk, there's people out there that repair, chassis, but you never see proof in what they do. So.
Oh, sure.
Right.
So that saves you from people saying, "Oh, I got my chassis, but it doesn't work." And you're like, "Well, here's a video of it working just fine before I shipped it out."
Yeah. So it like I said, it's a combination of a couple things. It's that. So it's proof that it's working. I give a video repair log of what I replaced. So when they get it back, it's not like, oh, I just traded something out and I sent them back some unknown, They can look at it and say, oh, okay, he did replace this and replace this and replace this. So they can see the work that's been done. And then, 2, it's so in case it gets broken in the mail or something in their cab or something is smoking it and it doesn't work and I got to send it back to repair it, well, it leaves here working. So, that's the way that goes. And then, 2, in a way, it's kind of advertisement as well. Here's what I do.
Sure.
Here's the quality of my work, This is what the end result looks like, So, it just gives people a better feeling, I guess. I hope it does.
No, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I was just, I just was curious how, because I don't know if I'm not familiar with the other, do the other repair guys do that? I don't know.
No, to my knowledge, I'm the only one that does. And there's nothing against other repair guys. There's some guys out there that will give you a breakdown of all the voltage measurements and blah 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 and statistics when it run for this amount of time it did this. Most people that send me a monitor chassis are just make it work so I can put it back in my game. They don't give a shit about all that technical crap.
Right.
Don't. Not that it's a bad thing that those guys do that. I got nothing against it. It's great. But it doesn't tell people anything.
Right. Well, that's interesting because I sent out so I had that problem with my the Sanyo that's in my red tent for the longest time. Remember that? I don't know if you guys remember that, but I had a shit ton of I could not figure it out. So eventually I sent it in to Chad, and he figured it out. And I would imagine Buff. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, but I would imagine that the people that send their shit in to get fixed, a lot of them, probably not all of them, but a lot of them probably just don't want to do the work. Because I know for me, that was the first time I had given up on a monitor, and I sent it in, and I wanted to know exactly what the issue was because it was bothering me, and so I wanted to know exactly what it was. And when Chad told me what the repair was or what it was, I was like, oh fuck, there's no way I would have figured that out on my own. So okay, good. So it was good that I sent it in, but I learned something too. And for me, that's huge. I want to know, I want to learn for the future. And so, when these people are so ignorant and they send stuff in and they're like, I don't care, I just want it to work, it's like, fuck, you must just have, deep pockets or something or not be interested at all in doing, this work on your own.
Yeah, a lot of folks that send me their monitor, it's just, I'm either they've tried, giving it the old college try because they think they can do it, which is cool and all. But a lot of them that send them in like that, a lot of times they make it worse. So now I have to fix what they did before I can actually fix what the problem was or figure out what the problem was, unless I got it fixed while I was trying to fix what they were attempting. So yeah, a lot of them, you'd be surprised. Only, I'd say less than 10% actually ask me what I did you know, and why. They're like, oh, thanks, and here's payment, and I ship it out.
Huh.
That's a lot of it. I mean, I don't mind, you know, telling people what was wrong with their stuff, but most of them they just want it to work. They just want to play their games. I've had some people that send me in a chassis, and I tell them, you know, it's 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, whatever, you know, as a wait time, and you know, they're emailing me, you know, every like 2 weeks, like, what's the status? What's the status? I'm like, dude, I haven't even got to it yet.
Yeah.
And
After, don't do that with Chad either.
No.
That guy, here's your queue list, and it's like 100 people. Fuck.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, and they're like, you know, a lot of them, it's like, I just want to play my game, and I'm thinking to myself, out of all the games in the world, and your phone, and your computer, and everything else, you're telling me that this is the only game in your life, and you have to play it that bad. You know, it's like that a lot. It is surprisingly. It's like, really? Come on, man. This is not the only game in the world, you know? Am I getting the only, everybody's, all my customers idiot savants and they're just good at that one thing? Or what? You know, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's all well and cool because they just want to know their status, but some of them are just like, have you got to it yet? Have you got to it yet? Have you got to it yet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. When
Well,
it's
here's
your
a good.
turn,
There's a good segue then. What haven't in relation to tonight's question? What haven't you been able to repair, or you know, or yeah, that's tonight's question.
Yeah, damn, Jim, that was a perfect segue. That was like fucking pro right there.
Like 10 hours later.
there are some chassis that still have me stumped on what's going on.
My POS.
And yeah, well, I haven't got back to yours, but a lot of times when that happens, and if it's a really like a common, like just a normal 49 or a normal K7 or a 4074, 75, U2000, U5000, usually I've got one sitting around that I can get back to them a lot faster because there's nothing special about what their model is. So sometimes I will swap them out, and then I'll come back to the ones that I put on the shelf. And there's a couple I have on the shelf that are still stumping me. Most of them are mine. So, you know, I'm not too inclined to get back to them right now. I got too much other things to do. But I've never sent one out. I've never sent a monitor chassis out, you know, to have fixed. I'll keep poking at it until I find it, and when you do, you feel really good. I'm gonna tell you. Some of them give me a real education. That's for sure. I've had a couple. I had a 5515 that gave me an education until I found what was wrong with it. So I had a U2000. I think I told this story, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, but I had a U2000 that I found and had to replace between 15 and 17 bad parts on it before I finally got it all figured out. And that one took a couple months of working on it, you know, 4 or 5 hours at crack, you know, off and on. Oof. Trying to get between other repairs. Yeah. So
that couldn't have been a cheap bill.
In reality, I charge a flat rate. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the most part, there's a couple.
So in other words, I should just take the chassis and be like, well, if I'm going to pay X amount of dollars, I might as well pull this part out and destroy this. This looks like it could be replaced. No, I'm.
Yeah. No, if I see that like deliberate, yeah, you're gonna pay extra. But there are some things like with coils and, you know,
Flyback.
Well, not those. I get all those new, but there's like with coils and some other obsolete chips, like on the Sanyo, the main control chip is obsolete. You know, if I need to put one of those, that's an extra cost because I just cannot stock them. You know, I got to get them off of broken chassis. So, you know, those are extra, stuff like that. But all in all, mostly it's pretty much a flat rate. Now there was a medium res I repaired about 3 or 4 days ago. That sucker, there was nothing, and come to find out, he brought tube and all to me. Come to find out, the actual problem was his yoke. that was smoking parts. So I had to charge a little extra to recoup the loss in all the other parts that it kept blowing up, because I would get it to be able to run a little longer and a little longer and a little longer, and then after a while, it just consistently at the same time would pop the parts, and I narrowed it down to the yoke. Put it on my test tube, and it ran for 45 minutes solid, no problem. So,
bonus.
Yeah, so I had to charge him some extra for the parts, but I mean it blew up $50 in parts. So
Shit.
that wasn't, the chassis' fault. It was the mix match of it came out of a medium res a game, and somebody had bastardized a K7000 medium res on a yoke that works for like 10 or 15 minutes before it blows up parts, and they put the pan and all and bolted it to a 4900 frame. It just bolted the pan right onto it, just drilled the holes and put bolts in it. So it was all and it had a Rollin tube that had, I guess, the factory yoke on it. So, but like
sorry,
for a little bit.
I'm sorry, that gift that Andrew just posted totally like distracted me.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the comment.
Oh, you will.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Absolutely. I'm gonna have to scroll back to find them. But
all right, so who are you passing off to, Mr. Repairman?
Well, I'm gonna pass it off to my buddy Bill standing here. He can answer the question.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Bill.
About you, Bill.
Yeah, pull that mic out of your beard.
Yeah. There's someone should Photoshop that still of Buffett with a microphone just poking out of his beard.
Yeah, I did that.
Well, that's
I feel like Peter Griffin with the endangered bird living in his beard.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Bill, answer the question.
I do have a couple of boards from a guy on Clov that I haven't been able to repair. It's been a year or more. I like 2. There's a conversion from a nibbler to a Pioneer balloon. I just can't find any information anywhere about that conversion. The game plays, it just has jail bars going horizontal across the screen. One of the few boards that I have not been able to repair. And I got a fantasy board from the same guy. I haven't really been working on a whole lot. He's got a restore Pioneer balloon cab. I've been trying to work on that and get that going for him. I did have a bunch of Operation Wolf boards, but I'm slowly getting through them. The problem with those is there's 3 custom chips on there. 2 look like old processors out of old 386, 286 machines, and then there's a couple of the single inline package chips that are really hard to troubleshoot. Other than that, they're fairly easy to fix. But I would have to say the Nibbler and the Pioneer balloons are probably 2 boards. And what I've done for them, I haven't really done a whole lot. But if there's a repair party or something, I always cart them along, hoping that somebody will know something or have a piece of test equipment that I don't have, like a fluke with the correct pods that we could test with. I got a Pac-Man board here I've been working on for a while. I found a short the other day. That was kind of an unusual short between pin 20 and 21. If you know anything about the Z80, they're right across each other, so opposite sides of the chip. That wasn't real easy to find, but I knew there was a short somewhere near the there's a problem near the processor. I buy lots of non-working boards, and I get most of them working. I was supposed to sell them, but I tell my wife I'll sell them to make money, and I haven't yet. She keeps checking my eBay to see if I'm actually selling anything. Oh, and I'm KB0JJN on the claw forums. I use my ham radio call sign for just about everything. It's easy to remember. It's short.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's a whole other podcast, though.
Yeah. Excuse me.
All right, Tiger, that's enough.
Stop pulling his finger.
Well, that's his finger. Oh.
That's his finger or sphincter.
That's cool. Well, you done, Bill? You gonna pass it on to somebody?
Yeah, I don't know who else is
Buff
on
is
there.
impatient.
I'm not impatient, but if Bill wants to know.
Who's left? We got Orange Whip is left. Brian is left. Is that it?
Yes, Orange Whip.
That's it.
Go ahead there, Orange Whip. He said go ahead.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
You're quite welcome.
The only thing I've one that kind of sticks out in my mind is last year, just before Grinkfest, I had somebody that was wanting to buy a Miss Pac-Man machine off me and was going to put it on location. So, and he doesn't do monitor repairs, so he wanted the monitor to be like completely rock solid. And that actual Miss Pac-Man that it had did have a flaky green color that kept coming on and off on it. And so I went through and I replaced the transistor and pots and all sorts of stuff, and it kept doing it. So I was obviously trying to hunt down a cold solder joint somewhere, and I couldn't find the damn thing. And he came over to pick it up, and the green was on. And so I just kind of went, well, I'm not going to lie. I think there's, an issue with the green. It seems to be okay now. Maybe I ended up fixing it. Maybe it was a cold solder joint that I caught. And so he went on his way, and he got home. And second he got home, he called me, and he's like, "Yeah, the green's out." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll be over there." He's only like 15 minutes away from me. And so I thought maybe it was the header for where the RGB came in. So, because we were kind of trying to wiggle it and stuff like that just to see if we can make the green cut in and out. And we wiggled the connector, the little, it's like little prongs that come out. It's a header, but it's one on an angle. And we did it in a certain way, and all of a sudden the green cut out. So I was like, so it must be this thing. And so I inspected it, it looked fine. So I just turned it over, resoldered all of the joints on it, put it back in, and the green came back up. So I was like, okay, awesome. I think we maybe got it. And I left his place, and the actual slamming of his basement door to close it, all of a sudden the green cut it back out again. And I was like, well, crap, dude, like my car was full. I was literally on my way to Grinkfest like the next morning. And this was at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. And I had to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to get on the road by 4:30 to start going to Grinkfest. So I was like, dude, like, I'm so sorry, but, the second I get back, I'll help you find this thing. And he basically ended up literally the next morning, 3 hours, 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that. He's like, yeah, just after you left last night. He goes, I didn't bother texting you, but he goes, I decided to pull it out, and there was a cold solder joint on it. It was just one that you missed. He goes, I could see all the ones that you did, and there's one that you missed, and that totally fixed it. And there you go. So, but that thing, like, man, I must have reflowed, like, literally almost every single pin on the back of that one. It was just one that I didn't see that I missed, because I basically went through, kind of row by row, column by column, and basically reflowed everything to try to find the damn thing. I did all the ones on the neck board and everything as well, and it was one on the main board that ended up being cold and cutting the green in and out. So that was mine. It was a bitch, and I had that Miss Pac-Man for probably a year, and I knew it was having those issues, and that's why I replaced transistors, and I was doing all the work on it. But he wanted it. He was putting it on location and needed to go like ASAP, and I just didn't have, I guess, the time to fix it. So there you be. That would be my. What is Dave showing me? What is this?
I'm glad that's not live. That was creeping me out.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
What are we looking at, Dave? Apparently doesn't want. You're muted, Dave, so we can't hear a word you're saying if that's what if you're trying to talk to us.
Was that Dave with
Well,
a ball?
I think what he's trying to say there, going by that photo, is.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. This is Bob at last year's Mancation. Bob's like 82, and the poor guy is probably like on his last rights right now.
So you're crushing
I don't know. He looks like he's in his early 40s in that photo.
Well, then that's cousin Brian.
He's bald.
That's cousin Brian
the
sitting
other
on
guy.
Bob's lap. Yeah. God love Bob. Bob, I hope you're still alive. If you're not, God rest your soul. But he was, yeah, he's like 82, and he didn't make this year. I didn't get a response, but last year he was a hit with his scooter, and I just feel like it. All right, good.
That was a great segue into something. I don't know what, but.
No, so good. I love Doritos.
It tastes so good when they touch your lips.
I love Doritos. How about this awesome photo? Bam!
Hey, there we go. Crafty Mech in person.
Something.
I know that guy.
I know all those guys.
Oh, that's product placement.
You look so scared.
I haven't seen Crafty in a long time. The other two.
Yeah, him, Adam. We've been missing a few regulars. They're not so regular.
Steve from Grinkers as well.
Oh yeah.
Occasional irregularity, I think we say.
Mm. Whoa, look at that.
Getting some Duralax and they'd be regular again.
That is a trained athlete right there.
What are we looking at here?
I know.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Dave's had a few wobbly pops tonight, I think.
You should have a gold medal for like the Bud Light Olympics.
I know. Isn't that great? Look at that, dude. That's awesome. I fucking love that. That's so great.
Dave, do you want to know something that was hilarious? On my trip to Disneyland a few weeks ago, we were driving, I think we were in Oregon somewhere, and we literally passed a Bud Light semi-truck, and I got my wife to take a fucking picture of it because I just thought of you.
Oh, isn't that great? Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
I was like, God, take a picture of this truck. Take a picture of this truck just for Dave.
Oh, I love it. I love the Bud Light. Love it.
All right, well, I'm going to pass it on to Cousin Brian. I think he's the last one left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was having a problem with my Donkey Kong Jr. Went so far as to buy another board off of eBay, and when I got that board back, it seemed like it was working, but the little blue snap jaw would appear and then disappear. I kept switching the boards back and out, but the original board, after about 15-20 minutes, it would go to a white screen. And then I think, I don't know, a few months back when we were talking, I had pulled one of the boards out and broke the pot out, and I think Adam was kind enough to send me a new one, but I've yet to solder that on yet. So, yeah, that DK Jr.'s got the best of me. Pretty much it.
Aww.
And I can't fix anything. Ever.
You and Cousin Dave need to get your asses together and start working on shit.
Yeah.
Get two brains going on it instead of one. You usually come up with good ideas.
I know, we just gotta stop drinking.
No, you don't.
On that note, I gotta go have a cigarette. All right.
Yeah, after that cough, I can tell.
Stick.
All right, do it to it.
So I think we've gone around the room. Have we not? Is everybody gone? Did we miss anybody?
Everyone's done it, I believe.
Everyone's had a turn.
We'll see you next week, kids.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We do this every week.
Have your pet spayed or neutered?
I mean, nobody made it this far except for our 4 chatters, and you guys fucking rock.
We got 7. It says there's 17, so I don't know how many of us are in there, but
Probably all 10 of us. Or wait, there's not 10 of us in here, is there?
9.
Oh,
so at least 8 people in there.
Is Gak back? Gak
Poor
needs to get.
souls.
Well,
Gak had a bunch of things he wanted to talk about.
Yes.
Gak! In here, get your butt in here.
You have 10 seconds.
So I saw a piece of news yesterday, arcade related, that I thought was interesting. You guys remember? I think I've talked about it. And I think maybe somebody else talked about it. The Killer Queen arcade game that those guys made, 2013.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, every year at MacFest.
Yeah, the 5 against 5. Well, yesterday they just announced Raw Thrills, which I believe is Eugene Jarvis, is it not? Is he?
Yeah,
is he not
they-
the
they
head of
make,
Raw Thrills?
They do the Big Buck Hunter games.
Yeah, I believe that's Eugene Jarvis.
I get my senior discount now.
So, anyways, they're now going to be selling Killer Queen. And apparently, what they've done is they've apparently, from what I've read, anyways, they've added an AI onto it so that you don't have to play, 10 full people. That the AI can you can play against an AI on it, which before you couldn't. It was just, it used to be just player versus player. So that's actually pretty big news that, this was just some independent dudes making this game, and then Raw Thrills, which is pretty much one of the biggest game makers out there now, decided to take this on and start selling it and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
They even have they actually have a pretty decent looking flyer even for it here.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Cool.
So yeah, kind of a modern looking flyer for arcade games. It's actually pretty cool.
That's weird looking.
It's weird to see like a new game in a flyer like that. Yeah.
Killer Queen.
It's a blast. If you haven't played one, apparently, actually, when I was on their page, Carrie, apparently there is a San Francisco club. There's one of the bars in San Francisco has one. I'm just trying to see if I can find it again. And they actually have like a Facebook group, and they actually do tournaments. Yeah. Let's see if I can find where it is. Brewcade.
Not
on
those
Market Street.
type of tournaments.
That's our bar.
Yeah, so they have one, and they actually have a Facebook group, Killer Queen's San Francisco Facebook group. Because apparently it comes with like tournament kits. When you buy the machines, the place has a tournament kit to actually set up tournaments and leagues and stuff with this game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. If you've never played it, totally go. It's a total. I mean, I don't drink, but it's a total like hang around with 9 other people and just have a blast, drinking and playing this game against each other. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, and I've been to Brewcade. It's I've talked about it on this show. It was fun, but honestly a little disappointing. Nice, a better selection of beer than selection of arcade games.
Right. Well, this game must have been there by that point, probably.
Yeah, probably, but it probably just wasn't on my radar because I was looking kind of a different genre.
Next time you're in the area.
Cool, but I'll check it out.
Cool.
I only do that when there's about 5 seconds of silence, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, usually we're talking over each other, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's really hard to use these sound effects because I have to hope that someone's talking at some point.
Right, but certainly people have done stuff. They've gotten games. We haven't talked for a whole week, and I'm sorry that Gak isn't here because I know he had 3 things.
Oh, he'll be back.
Yeah, and wait, haven't you picked up 3 or 4 games yet this week?
I was going to say, Carrie, you must have 2 or 3 games you picked up.
I did actually I did get a game that I talked about last time, but for the first time ever, I wasn't able to, get it. It was too big. So I had to borrow.
Keep it going.
I had to borrow a pickup truck, and I do in fact now physically have a new game. That's true, but last week I talked about how I was procuring it. It just took me over the weekend. I had to like dart in between raindrops and actually pick it up. So for those of you who are not tuned in, it's a Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet with a Ultimate Mortal Kombat board in it. But what I'm actually in the meantime, the J-Rock up, so I'm putting a Multi-Williams J-Rock in it. And that came, but I need to order a couple of cap kits. So I got this from a fellow Clover, and it came with an extra monitor because the monitor that's in it has a fair amount of burn. Although honestly, it's not that bad.
Doesn't it have a 25-inch monitor in it?
It does indeed.
So you're gonna be playing the J-Rock on a 25-inch? That's a
yes, I am.
Wow.
Robotron and what's fucking essentially like a widescreen. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be crazy.
That'll be kind of tits McGee. I don't know.
That deserves a Japanese orgasm.
I'm all about the tits McGee. No surprise. But it came with two non-working monitors. So I need to order some cap kits, do that, get one of them bad boys fired up, and then I can plug my new J-Rock board in. I'm super excited to try this out. But oh my god, when it was so excited.
So you sort of have a Robotron. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, pretty much. And I have the sticks. I have the legit sticks, so that's cool.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play with like 2 bat sticks on Mortal Kombat, like ignore the 10 buttons and.
No.
Does Andy B like rebuild those fucking things? Shouldn't you have like 1,000 of them?
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, so I have, in fact, for my Black Widow, he was very sweet with me. I have everything set up for the Black Widow. I don't think I have quite everything set up for the Robotron, stick wise, but yeah, I got my Black Widow stick, so I need to get that. That'll be another project. I got a fair amount of small projects, but honestly, with the I have mixed feelings. I remember early on in probably the second or third one of these Hangouts that I did, the question came up about, do you have any multi-board things? I forgot quite what the way the question was phrased, and if not, would you own one? And I think I didn't really have an answer for it. I was back in the early days when I was stumbling over my words. Not that I don't still stumble over my words on this show, but I was much more shy than I am now. You boys have brought me out of my shell. But so I was like, I have 2 games. No, I don't have any. I don't know. But now this is my first foray into that, and I'm actually a little torn. I'm embracing the idea of doing this, multi-Williams, and obviously it's in a midway cabinet, what I'm doing. I could take Defender and I could put it in Defender, but I basically have decided to embrace it and say, what the fuck, and try it in, with the big screen, and my plan is to do a number of different control panels. So I'm looking forward to doing that and maybe kind of owning it that way, to build the different. I have a loner bubble stick that the fellow I bought the MK2 from gave me a bubble stick to build the bubbles control panel, and looking at which different control panels am I going to build and what am I going to do and how am I going to make this so it feels like a genuine experience in playing it, knowing that this cabinet has no history with any of these Williams games, but on the other hand, this little tiny fucking J-Rock board that has all these games in it. It doesn't have it's so tiny. And it's crazy to think that this little bitty thing replaces a fucking 2-board set, like a whole bunch of two-board sets, right? Like it's cool though. So anyway, that's my.
That was you, Gleek, causing that. Just so you know, the echo. So, Carrie, does that mean you're going to be off of club and be on BYOAC more often now, and you're going to have like the 18 control panels that fucking move around hydraulically and shit to have a multi-kit, or what? Have we lost you? Is that what you're telling us? Have we lost you?
No. I
lost the space in the kitchen and living room.
Go through. just as much as you enjoy teasing me about now I'm going to the dark side with the pins, now that I own all of one pin, no,
you're making a multicade, but you're even making it with a 25-inch monitor. I mean, come on, this is the dark side.
Well, and exactly, and I'm struggling with. You laugh and you say that, but I'm telling you, I'm struggling with the dark side, and I'm curious if I will. Because what I've commented to a couple of folks is that I'm having trouble getting excited about this project, and worst case scenario, I got a really good price for the cabinet, and my daughter likes some of the fighting games, so it might be something that she and I can have fun doing. And if it ends up that I feel like it has no soul, at the risk of sounding ridiculous, then I get rid of it, and so be it. And I probably won't lose too much money on the whole deal. But it is a weird experience because so much of what I've been doing is less about the actual games and more about the restoration. So I'm
you might as well just go full blame MAME there and MAME cabinet, and you know what I'm saying? You might as well. I mean, what the fuck? Then you'll have like 40,000 games to play, and you can check them all out.
Yep, right. Mock and I we're gonna sit down.
Oh, Mock is a MAME lover.
He is a MAME lover.
So you'd have to be like MAME lover 2 at Gmail or something. I don't know.
Instead of Carrie Z.
MAME lover.
Really awful.
Yeah. He's a MAME lover. He'll take your heart on you, believe it.
MAME line. I'm gonna MAME line that shit.
He'll play your games on original hardware.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's got 10,000 games. Believe it. I can't. All right, I can't make a rhyme. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Gleek. Sorry, Gleek. I'll
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You had some serious reverb. It sounded like this. It's like, hey, this is Gleek. How you guys doing?
Yeah, no, I know what happened. I had my speakers on, and this new microphone picks up everything. So I had to put my headphones on. It should be fine now, though.
So, and welcome. And you have a question
for
the week.
Answer tonight's question already. Come on.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of boards that are still in disrepair.
Time's up.
Thanks.
We need someone new to come in so I can just tear them on.
Someone's that's not used to that, right?
No one's going to join us.
Abuse.
Ruined it. Yeah.
No, we scared everyone away.
I want to fix my stuff, and I haven't yet. So I keep on buying more and more tech and fluke stuff and pods and oscilloscopes to fix these things, and it's just all really time consuming. So I wouldn't mind necessarily setting my board out. Nothing about you, Buffett, because all my TVs work monitors. It's just a lot of my logic boards and like Missile Command and Millipede and stuff like that I'm having issues with, and it's time consuming. It's not that I can't do it. It just takes a lot to troubleshoot it, work through the schematics, watch Adam's video, and learn stuff like that.
What's wrong with your Millipede?
It's kind of not coming up. I know it's a vague description. Millipede.
You guys talking about having trouble getting it up? Is that what I'm hearing?
It doesn't get up. My wife bought it for me for my birthday in November. So
When's your birthday in November?
22nd. It's like 1 day away from Carrie's, I think, right?
2, yeah, on the 24th.
Nice.
So, it's just time consuming. The fluke does help big time.
I just realized I still have that animation, that GIF that Andrew posted with the big tongue. It's still open. I just noticed the tab.
You missed it, Gleek.
I know. I'm late to the party, and I have to leave the party early.
Here you go. Well, check that out.
All right.
I don't know why I'm clicking this again.
Oh, that's nice.
Because it's fucking
I've
hilarious.
seen that movie. That's a movie. Is that Porky's or something?
No, that's not Porky's. That's like that's a much larger version of the thing, I guess.
1,000 Ways to Die, Licked to Death.
Yeah. So I had a crazy weekend. I picked up 3 arcade games actually this weekend. I drove over 1,000 miles.
I would drive 5.
Yeah. One game was a free game that was offered on Clav. Some guy that moved to California to work with Disney, so I got one of his Gorf cabinets. Another cab.
Nice.
Yep, the other cab was original Tato Crazy Climber cab, but it had some kind of weird poker game in it. But it was $100, and it has the bottom door that everybody in the world wants. You know, the coin door. Like there's a Stradivox post on Clove right now that he wants to buy that bottom coin box. You can't buy those anywhere. They're virtually impossible to find. So I bought it just for that and the monitor. It was worth $100. I would buy 10 of them for that price. So that's like 2 Crazy Climber cabs I have now. And the third game, which I paid $400 for, was totally worth it. It was a Spy Hunter. Those things are heavy as hell, man. When I went to the guy's house, he plugged it in. He was in Ohio, Columbus, and it didn't work. It was doing some kind of ghosting, ghosting image or something like that. It was kind of unplayable. So I took it home, plugged it in, noticed a cord that was kind of loose, plugged it in, game's 100% perfect. So I got a nice Spy Hunter out of it.
Like one of the cables going to the board set? Or?
Yeah, there's a lot of... This is my first Midway arcade, so I've never had one before, and there's like 8 boards in there or something like that.
It's 3 boards, but yeah, there's a lot of different cables going to it.
No, there's like 5 boards, Andrew. There's a separate audio board. There's
I mean in the main stack. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the main stack, it's just 3.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it wasn't the main stack.
Board, and there's the separate power supply.
It wasn't the main stack. It was some kind of auxiliary video TV board or something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool, but that was a really busy weekend. Fun. It's good stuff. So did I answer the question? Because basically, I have a lot of boards that I haven't repaired, and it's like a never-ending process. I have no time limitations.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doopa-dee-dee.
If you are wise, you'll listen to.
So
what
yeah,
I
got problems. I got 99 problems, Andrew. So Millipede, there's a lot going with it. The missile command, there's a lot, and I'm following along with the schematics, and my Fluke 9002 helps out. So lots of work.
Sweet. Yeah, I was just hoping it was like one of the easier, more common problems with Millipede.
No, I wish. I mean, I got a lot of RAM, so I got RAM tester. I'm working with some guy, Neil Logic or whatever he has like a Logic or RAM testing board. A lot of gadgets. There's so much gadgets in this industry if you really want to do the repairs yourself.
Bring in the logic probe!
There you go, Jim.
There's some good timing on that one, Jimbo.
So.
I'm good for 1 per show. Just like I posted the one with John made me fucking laugh. I forgot all about that. And then when I realized what the box set was, I was like, and paused. I was like, it's just
awesome.
Fucking John. All right.
Yep, that's it for me. Yeah.
Somebody else must have something that they've done. Repair, acquired a new game.
I did go to the 16-bit arcade in Columbus. It was kind of cool. It's like it's happening everywhere. It's nice to go into a bar and you have like 200 people on all these games, and there's lines waiting for them and everything. Oh, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the hell am I looking at?
I know.
At least for ones.
That's a wrong sound for that one. That's
Whoa.
like.
That reminds me of Chance.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, was so fucking. Well, I already said that, but I was laughing my ass off when John talked about Chance.
Yeah, that's funny.
He went off on him.
Oh, I know.
Classic.
I picked up a free Sega Turbo cockpit.
Nice. Actually, I like Turbo.
Yeah. Orange Whip, you got a working board?
Turbo? Nope. Do not have any turbo board. I used to have a Turbo Mini. I got a Turbo Mini. I picked up a Turbo Mini for $5 at an auction once, but I just flipped it.
Oh wow.
I like how you have to sample yourself, Jim.
Jacked up.
Sample myself.
Wasn't that a word?
Oh no, that came from Family Guy.
Oh.
It's from the second Star Wars, the Empire Strikes Back one, where he's like, I am your father. And he's like, well, that's fine and everything. I don't see how that really affects me. What? It's all like slow motion. Yeah. That would have been hilarious if I had sampled myself though.
I thought it was.
That's awesome.
It has
You
music
shouldn't have said
behind
anything.
it, I should have known, but like, but yeah, I always thought it was just you just doing it.
That would have been awesome. I didn't even think about that, but I'm not cool enough to do that apparently. Right. That'd probably bother me though. Be like, oh, that's me. I sound funny. That's like rewatching these shows. I'm like,
Yeah, they're hard to watch. I have to say.
Oh God, tell me about it.
Especially
unless there's like
3-4 hours
specific moment. Unless there's specific moments that I want to like I was like, oh, that's fucking. I want to see that again, because we've had like a couple of shows where we've had a new guest where I'm like, oh, that's where people. The one show where Gak just lost his shit because we wouldn't let the one dude talk.
Right.
I kept flooding him with like sound effects. Yeah.
Let the poor man talk.
I feel like every show has like one moment that I kind of want to revisit. Yeah. Fucking great.
Did any of you guys see the link I put in there earlier about the motion-tracked pinball? Virtual pinball?
Is it the head tracking so you can see around the...
Yeah.
I think I saw that a few months back. Something about
yeah, I saw it like a couple of years back, but then I didn't see anything from it again, and this is actually brand new. I don't know, I think it actually would probably make a virtual pin like a hell of a lot nicer to play, that's for sure.
Right? I mean, it'd be like the thing where it's like just get the Oculus or the HTC or whatever, the new VR headsets, and maybe that'll make virtual pin actually fun to play.
Yeah,
of course, the physics will still be all fucked up and not real. I mean, you just can't. I mean,
yeah,
the spin on the ball, you just they're not there yet. I'm not saying they can't do it, but they're just not there yet.
Why are people trying so hard to emulate pinball? Because you can't replace physics and real things with.
Well, you can with enough computing power.
No,
but
it's totally possible.
Yeah, but you'll never have the feel though.
Yeah, the feel.
I think that's the big appeal.
Right? I mean, it's about money. You can have a whole bunch of games at your fingertips.
Uh-huh.
Look at Carrie talking about multi-arcade games. Now she's talking multi-pins.
Well, I don't buy it for a second that you say that you can't replicate this stuff. You can with enough correct models. You can absolutely replicate every bit that happens on a pinball machine.
But it takes a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to just 3D print everything and be like, "This is the first 3D printed pinball machine."
Because most games physics is not like exact calculations. It's cheated. So to do exact calculations in a game with everything else is actually really high intensive processing.
We're still just talking about math. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, faster computers, faster technology, absolutely will be able to get to the point where like you can do this shit on your phone.
Yeah, then I guess you could emulate like the sounds and the feels and make it move.
Here's the real question.
I already had a guy who had a knocker and he actually had the bells in his and he had a whole bunch of that stuff and it actually felt like
Did he have two nice knockers?
Damn it, you beat me to the knocker joke.
Ooh, yeah. I know what's important. Speaking of what's important, Andrew, where are you drinking? Is that Guinness again?
Oh, he's Guinness.
Couldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Nectar of the gods, it is.
But
sweet nectar.
Okay, the thing about video pinball that just I can't buy is it I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where I don't feel I won't speak for the universe and say we, the Royal League, that there's a certain element of fakeness to it real pinball machine, for want of a better term, where you see a physical round ball that you can open up the glass and hold in your hand, there's a feeling that it's real, that, you know, what you do
Well,
with
that's a feeling.
Yeah.
Feels the ball.
You know, you can actually pull out more than one ball. You can hold a couple of balls in your hand.
Just roll them around, follow
But everything is
while
just
stair stepping.
everything is just light coming in through your eyes, though, Carrie. So I mean, if they can replicate that, there's no difference.
In theory, and then you can be absolutely right that there's no difference to the virtual balls and the real balls, but there. But there's a feeling that, at least to me, that somehow it's rigged. It's kind of like virtual slot game, you know, the slot machines or whatever. Like, somehow when you switch to video, it just feels like it's rigged. And I don't feel that way when I'm playing my pinball machine with actual balls.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. From Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all.
It's just not there yet. I mean, if you look at
it's still early technology though. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at computers in the '80s, look at the way pinball games like David's Midnight Magic and shit like that.
Or fucking versus pinball.
Yeah, compared to what's now. I mean, it's light years. Wait another 20 years, and you might just be looking at something that you can't distinguish the difference.
So, Brad, the link that you posted takes that virtual pinball and kind of like takes it to the next level, though, right? It looks
That's
more
the thing. It's got
3D-ish.
Yeah, it's got head tracking. So wherever you look at it, it actually changes the angle of the model you're looking at it. So it looks like you're actually walking around a real pinball machine, and you actually see depths and stuff.
Actually, that's a great point too, because like you look at like technology like the Nintendo 3DS right now, right? So the new 3DS has head tracking software. It's tracking your eyes, and it does 3D on the screen in front of you. No glasses, no anything like that. You're just looking at like full-on 3D because it's watching your eyes. So it knows. So like this technology is like relatively new. We're talking about the last couple of years kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, you know, give it 5 years, give it 10 years. If there's enough momentum behind it, this shit will get potentially.
Hey.
I mean, even you would think like just the cost of it today is so cheap. To do this kind of stuff, like just electronics and stuff, is so cheap to develop. Like anybody can, you know, buy a Raspberry Pi or whatever and start developing this shit. And like, yeah,
throw a big
5, 10
TV
years. Well, but the displays will change too, right? And in the next 10 years, the displays are going to be completely different and, you know, way better and everything else too. It's just.
Yeah, for me, like I'm on board with you, like Carrie. Like I agree. Like playing a pinball machine, the sounds, the feel of the ball rolling around in the cabinet beneath you, like that's going to be hard stuff to actually replicate to the point where like it practically is fooling your brain. But to actually get to the point where it's a passable experience.
What if they did something with like some sort of like shaker motors? Like here's your TV screen, here's your screen. And then, but they have all these like rigged motors or whatever to simulate the feels of it.
Sure. I mean, that's a good point too, because like even the sound of like a coil firing when you hit the flipper, right? That feel of the coil firing, that's a feeling of playing pinball.
Yeah.
But that's still something you could replicate that. I mean, that could be a single coil in a cabinet.
To do that, they put flippers inside it.
Yeah.
So they're actually flipping, so you get that feeling and the sound is there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I've also seen, I can't remember what they're called, but what are they, inducers? What are subwoofers that don't have sound?
I don't know about that.
But I've seen those in them too, where you can get feelings. You know, when a ball hits something, you can feel the cabinet just a little bit. They're doing stuff to make it look real. Like, my question is, how long have you actually played one of these things? Because I had a guy who spent a lot of money and built one of these things, and he had it at the Seattle show, and some guy immediately just bought it off him. He wasn't even wanting to sell it, but some guy bought it. I played it for
like a medieval battle.
I played it for like an hour, and I played a few different tables, and literally when you start playing one of these things, if you play it for long, like if you go up to it and you play a quick game, your brain's not going to get fooled. But if you sit there and you play it for a while, you don't even realize that you're not playing a real pinball table anymore.
Yeah.
because you're just playing and you're into the game, and once you're into the game for a while, your brain just starts to think, hey, I'm playing a pinball machine, because that's what you know.
Yeah.
Right,
But it takes a while to get to that point, though. If you just
It's like
play
a
one
wet
game, you
dream.
don't feel it.
Right, so that's like
I don't know if it's like that.
Well, I was trying to make an analogy. Damn it!
It's not that good.
When I played the virtual pinballs, like the big virtual pins, I mean, they are phenomenal, and there's a certain sense of like cool and jaw dropping. I just can't dismiss the idea that it's rigged, that it feels like I have more control when I'm playing my Getaway, where I'm able to touch the flipper in such a way, or whack the flipper, and it might be complete bullshit in my head, but it feels more legitimate. And even though
I see what you're saying though. Like it's like, oh well, now I'm entrusting some AI to handle it.
Exactly, and I don't trust it. You know. So here's my analogy. I took piano lessons for a decade plus, played the piano, and then at some point I couldn't afford to, where I moved, I couldn't afford to always have a fucking piano with me, so I got a keyboard, an electronic keyboard. And you hit the keyboard on one of those electronic keyboards, really situated ones. You hit the keyboard, and you hit the keyboard hard.
Either X or F or the chopstick, right?
So when you play the piano, you hit it softly, you hit it loud, and you can convey emotion through the way that you are playing the keys. But you take an electronic keyboard, you hit that key hard, you hit the key soft, and it makes the same tone.
Oh, it doesn't. Not new keyboards don't.
No, and you're right. That's why I prefaced it by saying old keyboards. Although, hey, Johnny's with us. I will say this, when I've played the harpsichord before, you hit the card, it will just pluck the string, no matter how it is that you hit the key.
Right.
And that's kind of the way that it feels. To me, the virtual pinball feels like a harpsichord. A harpsichord is a beautiful instrument, and there's nothing wrong with a harpsichord, but it's not a fucking piano. And
all right, so sorry, I've interrupted, but just to quibble a little bit though, when you hit a flipper on a pinball machine, that's still a contact. That's still a binary on or off thing, like a harpsichord. That's not a piano. You can't hit the flipper just a little bit. It's still you can give it a tap, a quick snap, but it's not.
It's on or off. It's digital.
I know where Carrie's going with this.
I do too, but
I do too.
It's like going to a concert and feeling the music versus listening to the music on the radio.
Yeah, it may in fact be just a figment of the imagination. Although I will say that it's been a while since I played the virtual pinball. When you're holding, I can hold my flippers up and my flippers will stay up.
Oh, I bet you can.
Both of them.
I can keep those flippers up for a good long time. I just want to say,
Damn.
and I think I would think that it would be the same. But there's somehow a feeling like when you whack the flippers hard, like you hit the buttons, and it feels like thunk versus like, oh, I'm just gonna get a little tap. It might be completely in my head, but
like Mom said, some people actually put flippers inside it, so you do get those feelings.
Which would be awesome.
And they also have
shaker motors.
Feels.
They have a thing where it can sense the nudging as well. So there's there's people that have pinball collections. They have 10 pins, but they also have a virtual pin just to cover everything else and just so they can play other things. So
You're just defending your MAME setup. Don't even try.
This all started
the boosh.
This all started because of a link I just put in the chat there. It's all about someone's created like a head tracking kind of thing for pinball machines.
It's like glasses that you wear.
Oh, weird.
To the right.
Yeah, and it's been around for a while, but it's with the processing and things getting cheaper, it's just becoming easier, and the programming is becoming better to do it.
That's a kick-ass computer and a real good graphics card.
Yeah, and I agree. It's not. The fact is, it's not a pinball machine. It's not. But once you get into one, and if you've got all the sensors and all that kind of stuff, and the flippers inside, and the chimes, and the one knocker, and all that, you can lose yourself in one where you don't really, feel the difference. I mean, I don't go into it, I guess, thinking that it's cheating me and it's not because it's not real visually and stuff. It's just my mind just gets tricked after I've played it for a while. That's all. But I see what you're saying as well, Carrie. Like you just it's not a real pinball machine. So no matter what you ever do with it, it'll never be real.
Right.
And it could be a mind trick. It could be something subtle.
Yeah, check out a little bit later in the video, like at 157, where he really starts walking around it. And you can see like down into it. It's really weird.
And I will say, when I played the virtual pinball, like the big, where they've installed it in the big machine, like the full size machine, it is phenomenal and it is mind blowing. And and I'm smiling and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. And you can just flip something and you can play Adam's Family, or you can, like there's so many games you can play, and it's amazing.
Well, this is for the Pinball Arcade. They have like so many good pins in the
Do you think they're using 3D glasses with those?
Well, it's glasses. It's tracking the head motion when you're wearing the glasses. The glasses don't have lenses in them. It just has a little tracker.
It's like you're using. It's like a Wii controller but backwards, where you basically have a couple like infrareds coming out of the glasses.
Yeah, and the glasses are just they don't have lenses. Just
weird. And you go off angle and you actually see the sides of the pinball too.
Yeah, really.
You get the full on.
Oh, you get the full depth and everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
When Carrie and I, when we were walking by the Pinball Arcade booth at
look at 3 minutes on the video. 3 minutes really shows it off.
See, someone like hacked the Pinball Arcade to be able to do this, because when we were talking to the Pinball Arcade people, they were telling us that they're having issues with programming this in. I don't know, it was a money thing. So yeah, someone's actually gone in and did a hack for this. Is what you're seeing here. This isn't official.
Yeah, it started off with virtual pin MAME to begin with. Like I saw one of these like a few years back.
Yeah. I have Pin MAME and I also have Future Pinball. There's two of them out there that are real popular. But
this one's definitely gotten better. Like the technology's better in even the last couple of years.
Pinball Arcade's awesome. Yeah, I really like it.
Have you guys seen that weird kind of MAME setup where the pinball is more of a steeper angle, and it actually you can switch to classic vertical arcade games on the same monitor, but it's like a 42-inch LCD. But it's more upright. It's not vertical, but it's kind of more upright. I was like, that is just strange. But got the flippers on the sides and all that.
Yeah,
that's weird.
So it's Gak's turn now, right?
Yeah, Gak, you want to answer tonight's question?
Gak.
Okay. Every cap kid on a monitor. That's my first answer. Now, probably my most recent one was Cloak and Dagger. It just kept popping the fuse, and I could not figure it out. I was, trying to measure the voltages and everything, and so I took it to my buddy Tubular Gearhead, and it was a bridge rectifier is what it was. I'm like, I don't even know where to look for that stuff, It's beyond my scope. Yeah, so that was that one. Right now, the one it actually has been since CAX. My rotary controller on 720, it's not recognizing it correctly. But John Copley actually was the one who recommended, and I have yet to do that. He said there might be a ground that's not properly grounded on the circuit somewhere, so it's causing it to not register properly. But it's like I have like 3 different circuit boards on the controller that I've tried. One of them was brand new, and I tried the Lita chip. I've got like 3 different Lita chips on the circuit board I can try. I bought 2 like new old stock ones from Atari Scott a few years ago. That didn't solve it, so I don't know. I'm just kind of like, some point get that fixed. But yeah. So many things to learn, right?
Yep.
So all you guys all win already, I assume.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
So you were
You have to
left waiting for
yes,
your whole conversation you had teased at before you took off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I made myself a little short list here. So I missed last week, so I don't know if you guys may have already talked about some of these recent topics, but, well, let me start off with the sack coin ops. So, Carrie, that was a lot of fun. And Orange Whip, glad you could make it. You know, you actually sparked that to happen, so.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I was like, this is finally a reason to try to make it happen, you know. So
Nice.
I really want to try to do it every 2 or 3 months, maybe. I don't know if I can do it monthly.
I can't come down every 2 to 3 months.
Come on.
Oh, right.
So-
What do you say? This. What is this thing you say? I can't.
Don't fucking challenge me either.
Yeah.
Right?
It's only what, a 20-hour drive or something.
No,
Yeah, pish.
no, to
It's
there.
nothing.
I could get there in one day, no problem.
Yeah.
Brad, you probably have something that you can pick up or you can sell in Seattle. So don't give us that bullshit.
Yeah, if I had my truck, that'd cost a little bit more in gas, though.
But in reality, you know, we talked about this there face to face. Is like in that situation, it's kind of like we weren't really necessarily there to play games. We were there to like hang out and chat, you know. So the free play thing is really cool. They do it the last Sunday of every month, but it's like I'd only spend $3 or $4 probably anyways. So that didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But,
and actually, I was going to respond. I will respond in that thread, but I totally agree. Like we could do it on one of the Sundays other than the free play Sunday.
Yeah.
And I like to say that I'm on free play.
You guys should all drive up to Brad's house.
But yeah, it's all about the social aspect, and I would only probably put $3 or $4 into the games anyway.
And
So I agree.
3 or 4 other people that, you know, they just couldn't make it, but with more notice, I think they would make it. So you never know. Could spread out and have more people, and I'm totally open to, you know, if there's something closer to your neck of the woods in the Bay Area, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Just try to meet up there.
Killer Queen tournament.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny because Harry and I were talking about kind of what's around in our area, and there just isn't a whole lot. I mean, there's the Brewcade, there's high scores, but there's no booze there. Kind of Brewcade doesn't have a great selection of games. We're fortunate in that some people who are local throw have little get-togethers every once in a while at their house because we have some people with some amazing collections.
Yeah, what about your house?
Yeah, and it's funny because I was looking. I had a friend over I was like, I don't feel like. Well, actually, when I was going to pick up my MK2, I was saying because there was a group of us there. I was saying, I don't feel like I have enough games to justify having people over. Like I don't have that. I don't have that many games. I have a good number, all things considered. I have 4 in the house, 3 working, and I have another handful outside in the garage. But I'm not one of the big like John or Joel who have these big collections. Like,
yeah, well, if
I could probably have a dozen people over.
Carrie, if you're a good host, they don't care about the games you have.
Right, like you were just saying, like you guys were hanging out chatting. Like
we hardly played any games at all.
But yeah, it's all about the hangout. It's about the excuse to get together. So I think if you have, how many games do you have? That's a good interesting question. How many games do you have to throw a party at your house?
One.
One.
You turn it into a Defender high score.
That's it.
Count, right?
There you go. Fuck, we're gonna come over here. We're playing Defender.
You make a multi-cade on a 25-inch Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet with 10 different control panels.
And 2 people will show up to play Defender, and we'll have a great time.
Right. Only
cabinet.
after I get my cap kit and I get which is hopefully will solve my monitor issue with both of the monitors on this new game. Maybe that's it. Maybe after that, then I throw a party because I have a decent number of games out in the,
We should just make sure if any of us ever throw parties. I know most of you aren't going to come up here, but if anybody ever throws little parties at your house, we have to have a rule. Everybody always must serve cocktail wieners.
And no eggs, right?
Right.
Yeah, no eggs.
Well, when you're over here, Orange, you got some of my wife's cooking.
I did. It was delicious.
So I'll switch it to a kind of a local, regional, recent arcade-related thing. Carrie, I don't know if you saw this on Craigslist. Grass Valley, a couple of games.
What?
No.
Ooh, I know about something she doesn't know about.
Whoa.
Any more vectors? Wait, I got to
So-
get my car.
I'm like number 2 in line waiting for the games if it happens. So I doubt it's going to happen, but it's not games that I really want. But the price, I'm like, I guess I have to try to get them. It's a Amidar and Armor Attack, the vector game.
Yep.
I believe they're both working, but he said there's like mechanical, like maybe the controls are working weird or something. Both machines for $40.
Oh man, grab them.
That's
$20 each, right?
Just ask for his
Amidar-
address and get your ass over there.
Amidar's like a quick
I think he
game.
posted it on Sunday. It was raining really hard here, and I sent him a message yesterday, and within an hour or so he messaged me back and said there's one person who says they're going to come get him if they flake, it's yours. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm not holding my breath. Like not like I have space or time to work on that stuff, you know.
She just told him I got $200. I'll be there in 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
You got your Gorf though, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I picked up a Gorf.
It's working okay?
No.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I think I plugged it in and I could hear the monitor power up, but that's it. You know, I didn't mess with it at all. It just kind of shoved it into the lineup. No
Somebody-
now.
There's a Gorf cocktail around here. That's not the Gorf cocktail, I assume.
No, it's an upright,
Okay.
and it's in really nice condition. The guy I got it from, he told me his grandparents had it in their, he called it the video store. I don't know if he meant like video arcade store or like VHS rentals, and it's been in his possession since 1985. So yeah, basically in a garage. So it's really dusty and dirty, but it's in really nice shape though. So
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if I'll keep it, but it was $75, so I couldn't pass that one up either.
Well, if you get rid of it, let me shoot. Now I'm looking for the boards. I don't have the PCB set for the Gorf.
I think Tubular Gearhead. He told me because I told him when I got it, a local buddy. So if I get mine working, he says he has an extra set because he had a Cabaret Gorf that he sold a while ago.
Yeah, sell me the bed set. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
I think Greg from Arcade Impossible, I think he still never got his Gorf working.
Really?
I don't
man.
think so. Yeah. Last time I asked him, he said it's still not working right. That was like a while ago.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Gorf? I don't.
I do.
I'm not a particular fan of Gorf.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's what I feel. It's all right.
$75, I'm like, okay. You know?
Yeah, I'd get it for that if I had space.
Well, I mean,
it was like
the monitors were
400 or
fat.
something. Yeah.
And
It
Armor
was like
Attack's
400.
fun.
I'm like, I'll pass.
Yeah, Armor Attack's a fun dual-player game.
Yeah. I've never actually played it.
Oh, it's
Armor Attack's a decent
hard. When the helicopters
I mean,
come, it's hard.
If they're working, like the guy said, and I can clean up the controls, I mean, they're 200 to 400 each, probably easy. If I ever wanted to get rid of them. So, the other thing I was going to ask about here, I got several more things, but let's see, Mock.
Yeah.
On your MAME, have you tried playing Kung Fu Master?
Kung Fu Master. Oh yeah, yeah, that one.
That's another game here I may attempt to pick up, but I think it's
when you got to rescue Sylvia.
The main reason why I'd want it is it's horizontal, 2-button game, and I believe it's an 8-way stick. But what's listed on KLV is a 4-way stick, but then you look at the manual, it says 8-way. So I think it's actually 8-way. It's just incorrectly listed. I tried to do a search, and there was
have to be because you have to do like jump kicks. And you have to move up and forward. Yeah,
and I read about that too. Actually, a guy out of Reno commented about Paul Olson. I don't know if any of you guys know him. He said that it's unplayable as a 4-way. But then somebody else said, "Oh no, I can play it fine." He's like,
Sounds
I
like
don't know.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, there's parts you gotta run and then jump to kick like the pinatas that are in the air or they explode and stuff like that. So.
I mean, the real issue, like trying to play a 4-way game with an 8-way stick, if it truly is supposed to be 4-way, like Popeye is the worst for me. Like the ladder, when you try to go up the steps or whatever, you can't. It just does not register correctly with the 8-way. It's almost impossible. But I'm not sure on the. But that's basically the deciding factor. If the guy accepts my offer, that's the reason I want it if it's an 8-way, because I can put Rastin in it and Toki, and I got a handful of other games.
Fucking Toki.
Yeah.
Fucking Rastin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
was that your
the
bro?
cabinet's in nice shape, and the monitor looks pretty nice. So, but yeah, I just. What's that?
I can't wait to get that project done.
The Toki?
Or fucking even start it.
Let's see here. Okay, going down my list. 34K, did you get your DK remix in? Have you messed with it yet?
No, I haven't installed it. It's sitting on my workbench still. So I'm kind of thinking I may do a video of that one first things first in the spring, just to get that thing in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got actually my Vector Labs that I pulled out of my switcher that I pulled out of my blue DK that I sold.
Okay.
And then get that all working in the red DK.
Yeah.
And then do a video series on putting that in and installing all the special shit to get all that stuff up working, so that I've got all the games working in that cabinet.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see a good video of covering that whole switcher setup, even, you know.
Yeah. So
no one's done that.
because I need to get my DK back up and running, because right now it's just running DK and DK2. But I haven't reinstalled the switcher back in that one. So yeah, that was maybe one of my first videos this spring, just to get it done.
Sweet.
And then Remix will go in at the same time.
So, and then I don't know if you guys may have talked about this one already or not. Have you guys seen the video? The guy on KLV, actually, he goes by Dog P.
What?
Dog P.
Mm-hmm.
He's on KLV. He's like he did the Super Nintendo Entertainment System adapter for the NSS, and he did like the 6-in-1 switcher to button instead of remote. I don't know if you guys seen that mod he did. Anyways, he made a video on Mortal Kombat, like this this hidden menu. You guys heard about that? The secret menus?
And
I saw that post, yeah.
So it was a few weeks ago, and he made a video of it. Like, I don't know where he even found out about it, but he's got like a row of Mortal Kombats. It's not really my thing, but I thought it was pretty cool. I think it's a Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. There's this series of, like, you got to hit these buttons kind of quickly. Yeah, that's it. Is that Xenomorph? I thought it was Dog P. Either way, I get those two confused. But anyways,
Dog P did the NS adapter, and the switcher with Xenomorph
did the video
I'm
on
local
that?
to Dog P. I pushed him to do the 6-in-1.
So I'm gonna link the video here in our chat. So that's the video, but take a look at how many views he has. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's been out for like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's got almost 1.5 million views.
So that means he's getting paid by YouTube, huh?
No, actually, I saw a thing about that too, where he didn't do the monetize thing.
Oh, man.
And somebody was saying, like, dude, I had a friend that did a monetize thing, and his video hit like 1 million views, and he got like 10 grand.
That doesn't make sense, though. So if you don't do the monetize thing, that's like who gets the revenue that's lost on?
I don't know.
Crazy.
YouTube, I guess.
Ugh.
But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that one video he did has had more views than like an entire year of John's Arcade videos. Yeah. but I think it got a lot of press, like the various kind of.
It was linked everywhere, Gak. Reddit everywhere.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All right, guys and gals, sorry I've been away for so long, but I'm back here with another MK-related video. This time it's going to be quite...
Brian.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude.
That's Xenomorph. That's not Dog P.
No, that's Xenomorph. That did
Okay.
the Mortal Kombat video. He's a real cool dude. Dog P too.
I don't know why I always get those two confused for some reason.
I kind of liked his follow-up video where a lot of people were hating on him for saying they already discovered this 30 years ago, and he said, no, that's just the main, test menu. There's a difference.
Either way, no one's ever made a video on it, right?
Correct.
So
going back to the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
With my little 2.5-year-old, he watches YouTube videos of basically grown adults who open up little surprise eggs. You know that you would get in a chicken or and those guys put up a new video every week, and they get 5 to 6 million views in their first week for all those fucking videos.
So crazy.
So these guys are making like $50,000 a week.
Yeah. Yeah,
because they open up fucking video, eggs with surprises like plastic toys inside them.
Yeah, it's stupid. Social networking.
Right. Yeah, my kids have a couple of YouTube guys they watch. One guy does tons of Black Ops stuff, and the other guy is just like a goofy guy. He goes by PewDiePie or something like that.
Oh yeah,
number one dude right there.
He's the number one guy. Yeah. He makes millions a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Billions.
But he does videos like every day. 20, 30-minute plus videos.
That's his job though.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything special that no one has never done before, though.
They just got into the niche, and people spread the word or whatever.
Like spending $30 on surprise eggs and fucking making $50,000 from that. Like,
right? Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. There's my kids even showed me the video, and they're like, "Yeah, he's actually lives here in Rockland area somewhere. He does like video reviews on cell phones, and he'll actually try to break them and stuff." And I'm like, he's buying a $600 or $800 phone without contract and destroying it for his video. That's how much money he's making. It's just crazy.
Like if you get sponsors and stuff like that, or people who are just like giving him phones, like shit. What John just got like a phone given?
Yeah.
That's true. Stuff like that too.
Yep.
On Facebook, on the Worldwide Collectors group, there was a question today that was asked about what everybody does for a living. Because we always talked about before, like, oh, we are all in IT or creative design or something. And actually, almost all of them weren't, except for one guy who was a graphic designer. But one guy, he replied, is like, what his job was, I make YouTube videos. And he put a link to it, and it was like 50,000 views on this one video or something. And that's still enough for him to make money on, one video is 50,000 views. It's still $500 for one video, like.
Jeez.
And that's what he does for a living. It's hard to imagine this is what people do, like as a job.
Yeah, I don't understand the model. How does YouTube afford? I mean, okay, if you get 20 million.
Yeah.
So
you get the pop-up ads in the beginning.
If you don't put monetization in, there's no ads. If you put monetization on, ads.
Gotcha. No one clicks on those anyway, so.
Well, no, but like they also pay for views though. So like the length of the time they're watching the ads, that sort of thing.
And some of them are at the beginning. You have to watch them unless you hit.
Yeah, forces you to watch it.
That's right. That's right. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Unless you have a proper ad blocker.
Yeah, you can get those.
Yeah, I'm willing to watch a video for fucking free content. I don't give a shit.
No, that's true. Like it's all about that. Like it's like you find a good iPhone app or phone app or video game that you want to download and play. It's like, if they've got a donation thing to help the developers, I always donate.
That's why traditional TV fucking blows. Because you're paying $150 a month for it, and you still are forced to watch every fucking commercial that's on it.
Good point.
Yeah. That's also why it's dying.
Well, fellas, I got to roll.
All right, Buffett.
All right, Buffett.
Jingle day.
I'm sorry.
Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.
Supposed to play.
Ding dong day.
Oh, Ching Dao Day. There we go.
Very specific. I'm supposed to play.
Yeah, everyone needs their own goodbye song.
We can dance, never things out of control. We can dance, we can dance.
All right, I don't want to get us banned.
We should
I want
submit
World
those
Glee.
to you, Jim.
And I still just.
I'll never get a goodbye song because I'm the one that has to fucking end it though.
Oh.
I'll just send you the MP3 and you can play it for yourself.
Okay. I probably already have the MP3. I'm taking it.
Yeah. PM me your exit request music.
So
I'll be sure to. I'll queue it up. I'll set up a whole new palette. It's just gonna be exit songs.
My only last thing I was going to talk about was, did any of you guys happen to catch John's latest video?
Holy shit, you're still talking?
Which one?
That's a long list. I want to see this list, Gak. Holy fuck. I left and got a whole drink.
Hold that
I
up.
came back.
Ignore him. Just ignore
There you
him.
Good God.
There we go,
Mr.
right there.
Organized. Show notes.
Oh, he's got a list.
Actually,
I had to write it down, otherwise I'd forget. You know,
actually,
this stuff makes me forget things.
Actually, Gak, you want to know something funny? I actually had when people were asking about what did you do this week, I had to think a little bit, and I actually have a little notepad file of like what I did too.
There you go.
but it's not as it's not quite the extent. That you,
I'm also
I love
always
that
writing
yours-
lists down as well.
There you go.
I like that yours is handwritten.
Yeah.
Okay, Gak.
Actually-
Yes, I did see John's last
Okay.
video.
So
Is that the one with the
Vacuum tubes.
yeah.
the
So
one-
Mike,
I'm not 30
what's
yet.
that game called? That space game? Space
Computer
War?
space. Computer space.
Computer space.
Computer face.
And you got
Definitely
it
cool.
sort of working a little bit, no sound, right?
yeah, definitely a cool video and everything, but I couldn't help but laugh and think about Jimbo towards the end there. The stuff he started talking about, I was like, oh god, there's so many sound bites you could grab off that.
I know.
You go to like an hour.
Oh my god!
and
Oh my god!
14
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, no, we'll go to an hour and 14 minutes and about 30 seconds, and he's talking about sucking and blowing and all this. I'm like, he was talking about solder suckers or something, and I'm like, oh man.
I know.
So
There's so many
You
avenues.
just gotta have balls to do it, and you just suck it, and blow it. And,
Once again, that mind frame. Once again, to that mindset where like you're just like picking up all of those pitches, and you're just, oh man, there's I could throw this at him. I could just be doing this. You can't help but notice that shit. It gets in your head.
and you'd probably be the perfect one to do it. You could take like about a 2-minute clip of that video towards the end, and just kind of reorient the words he uses. Because he's like, you can suck it off, and bam! Like, he just said something like that.
Interject some of Andrew's.
Because he uses this, like, he says, pro tip, sucking, bam. I'm like, oh shit, it's funny.
Jim could like pull out the quotes out of that.
Just rearrange them.
All the suck, and pulsing, and
my favorite. I was telling these guys earlier. Well, maybe Gak, you were here when like rewatching part of the show last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago when John popped on. And there's that one part with the DVD where he's
I
like...
saw your post on the thread, yeah.
I totally forgot about that, and I just started bawling. I'm like, oh, I forgot. That has to be my best timed sound effect of ever.
I was looking at the box set of
and
DVDs.
it like he like took like 3 seconds, and he's like, yeah, and it kind of phased him, but it didn't. But everyone's just fucking laughing. Like, it was just hilarious. I thought it was...
All right, so here's
prouder
the big question on computer space. If he gets that thing fucking running, that means we're gonna have to play that goddamn game in Brofest.
Oh God, I know.
Well, it wasn't working last year.
No, Andrew, can you not see him setting up like a bracketed tournament at his place? Like,
I'm shocked he's gotten it working as far as he has. I thought like there's no way he's gonna get that working. And he blows me away that he's gotten as far as he has.
I was generally happy for him. Like he was
I was too.
he was like really excited.
I know. Do you see how many times the sprinklers sprinkly things came down?
Yeah, like 5 times.
How many times he swore?
Yeah, like, while he was working on that, Chris, I think he sent a message to you and I with the picture of the screen working. Did you see that one?
Really?
He texted us like while he was working on it.
Was he? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a text from him while he was doing that thing, like before the video went out, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be computer space video."
It's so funny. He gets a little further every time. It's kind of cracks.
No, but I mean, like he's got all the resources to make it happen, so I fully believe he's gonna have that game working.
And that's part of the fun of watching his channel, I guess, because I get to see his progress on something like that. Like, I would be so scared to get something like that. I'd be like, "There's no way I can fucking fix this."
Right.
But he just dives in and just fucks with stuff, and it impresses me.
Yeah, but you know what? If he didn't have that extra TV, he wouldn't be where he's at.
No, I know, but like that's all part of it, right? I mean, that's
you
what we
can
do.
buy tubes, though.
You can still
it's hard to find in the right kind, though.
But
like a radio
You just
restore.
eBay that stuff, though.
No,
Yeah,
that's
there's
exactly
tubes all
right.
over the
Like
place now.
once you get a game, you start going after all the parts you need to fucking work on that thing. So you start searching eBay, you start searching local Craigslist, you start finding that shit. Like whether it's the transformers or power supplies. I mean, computer space, yeah, that's some tricky stuff. But like so far, he's not done anything that you couldn't just find yourself.
Yeah,
well, and the fact that he said it goes, "Oh, I didn't even notice these two vacuum tubes weren't glowing." It's like, well, like that's the first thing I would have checked was vacuum tubes.
If the tube doesn't have a pilot on it, if the pilot in the tube is gone, it ain't working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's not common knowledge either.
Right, and actually, like there's vacuum tubes you can get too where the glow is really subtle.
There was an episode.
Well, that's the same thing with net glow on monitors, and people are like,
"Yeah, there you go.
Check the net glow." There are plenty of monitors that, unless you're in like pitch black and there is absolutely no other light, you're not going to see that glow.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I'm in my basement. I don't have any light. Just turn all the fucking lights off. You can see.
Well, you don't have any light right now. I mean, you've got a black backdrop. I mean,
yeah. Someone said to wear a black T-shirt.
If you didn't have that black backdrop, we wouldn't even know that you're there.
Exactly.
You gotta wear a black T-shirt.
It was an episode ago or something. He was working on it, and like I saw something arced inside there. It was like a flash of light, and he almost got electrocuted or something. I was like, "What was that?"
Oh, when he was reaching around and adjusting.
Yeah, and then something arced inside there.
It was
probably a ring.
No, he was he was moving the dials in the front of the TV set.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and if they don't, I think a lot of them have like a grease inside them. If it dries out, it can come out and zap you.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like old gas stoves and stuff. Like a lot of times before you use one over the winter, you have to like jiggle them around because the grease that's inside there seals it so the gas doesn't come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you use your barbecue, because I've actually had a fucking gas barbecue where I went to turn it on and all of a sudden flames came out of the knob.
Flames came out the side of my face. Heat breaths.
Flame.
Fan of the movie Clue. Okay.
So I got an answer for one of Gak's questions. Kung Fu Master is definitely 4-way joystick. You guys are all saying 8-way, but you're incorrect. That was an incorrect entry.
How do you jump forward though?
I've seen
that was an incorrect
people.
entry in MAME in 151. They changed it and fixed it.
And it wasn't all of us. I didn't say a damn thing.
Okay.
You're generalizing us again, Mom.
When's the last time? Sorry.
How do you jump forward?
When's the last time you played it?
Play it and see if it works. Because I have a 4-way and an 8-way. So
don't you have MAME right now on your computer? Try it.
Yeah.
I think what it is they're basically like walking forward and you jump, and then in turn it jumps forward.
Yeah.
That's the way I saw somebody explain it, but somebody
that
else
shit's whack.
there was guys contradicting each other in the story though, saying, yeah, you can barely do it with a 4-way, but it's much easier with the 8-way.
They're just contradicting.
I mean, it could also be possible that they actually came with both at one point.
There's no evidence to that though.
No, but that'd be hard to prove that though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, I guess then my other question would be: does it play just fine with an 8-way, or is it recognizing weird stuff playing it with an 8-way?
I think you could put an 8-way, just like you were saying about a Popeye. You could play it on an 8-way, but it still only has in the main code, if you look at the source code, it only recognizes up, down, left, right. That's it.
Because I have Rolling Thunder, and that was my original intention with that, was to put multiple games.
That's a cool game.
Yeah, I love it. I got an 8-way Atari logo stick and put it in there, and that game is unplayable with 8-way too. Because the jumps, you have to go vertical to go up to
That's good.
the levels and stuff. It just won't recognize it correctly with 8-way. Whoa, look out!
Yeah, that's a good jumping sound effect. Where are you drinking tonight, Gag? That looks like a light beer.
Actually, no, it's Carl Strauss Aurora Hopialis IPA.
Hopialis, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's actually really good.
What is that, about a 6.5-er?
That's probably stronger than that.
7%.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Up there, it's 7% on the top.
Oh, Mock got the game up.
And then before that, no, that's what I had earlier. Sorry, I just finished this one.
Hang on, let me click on yours so I can see what it is.
No, he's presenting Mock. Oh, Modern Times.
No,
is good.
I can see it. No,
So I got-
hold it up again, Gag. Oh, okay.
Modern Times Blooming Rollers, I think is what it's called.
Oh, boy, you're Mr. IPA tonight. Good
Yeah, I love IPAs. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
That one.
Well, come on out here. I'll make you a sour, man.
Yes, I love sours. I usually can only just handle so much of that though. You know, like I could have maybe 2 sours, but then on the third one I'm like, it's like too much.
Carrie, curious, are you going to put an LCD in your Mortal Kombat cabinet as well?
God damn.
Sorry, I'm in a bashing mood for some reason.
So, Mock, are you
That's
playing
fine.
with a 4-way or an 8-way right now?
I'm playing both of them. It's harder to play with the 4-way.
It is.
It's harder to do your jump.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
there we have it.
So, Mock, can you we can't see the screen hardly at all.
The glare is
It's
horrible.
all blown out.
You gotta turn on the...
Put a real
There we
monitor
go.
in it.
That's better.
There. Oh, that's fine. I was gonna say turn on the
you're getting a
exposure.
gangbang on you there. Look out.
Nice.
Don't worry. I got your sound effects covered.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get this. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, turn off the light above you.
Yeah, turn off the light.
All right, hold on.
Take off your pants too. God.
I'll Indiegogo fund that.
We have all kinds of requests here for you.
Cry like a Japanese.
Your socks on.
Yeah.
That deserves a Japanese orgasm.
They totally misspelled Sylvia too.
You guys see it okay?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yo,
those
so
are some
when do you
fast-
go diagonal in this game?
Those are some fucking
Like
fast.
that. Wait.
So
Right?
that's a 4-way right now?
That. That's
See,
kind of a
see, how
you
is that
doing
a 4-way?
So if you just jump up and kick, don't you do the same move?
Does that
So,
move
Mock, are
forward
you
with it?
playing with a 4-way right now or 8-way?
That has to
Can't
be-
talk playing.
Yeah.
Whoa, those are some fast punches. It's like the white Bruce Lee.
Watch out! He's got a knife.
He's got a knife.
I'm good at this game.
What a
In
dick.
the face.
I know, right?
I want to talk to Samson.
The new Brofest content right here.
I like the NES version of the guy's voice. He's like, it's like so muffled.
Yeah, it's terrible. So
But
it's like,
actually a really good port.
you know what's funny about all the challenges at, like, you know, Grinkers and Funhouse? It's always individual. Don't they ever have like competitions with like 2-player games like Mario Brothers or Joust, where you're just
Not
like
yet.
the best?
We haven't had any of those headsets yet.
Yeah, we talked about
that.
that last year, about
Yeah.
possibly trying to do the head-to-head
How
thing.
about a double Street Fighter tournament?
Well, see, but like you get the whole bracket tournament stuff like that, that becomes a lot harder to manage. It's almost a separate tournament all by itself.
Yeah.
No, you had it. Mock, you had it right the first time. Go low.
Really?
Yeah, go low. Kick him in the shin.
So, Mock, are you doing a 4-way or 8-way right now?
This is 8-way right now.
So can you do a diagonal
4-way?
jump?
Just humor us and do a 4-way?
The 4-way, it's harder to play.
I realize that, but you're probably just going to do the same moves, though.
Can you jump at an angle and kick, I guess is the question.
Yeah, let me try it.
By the way, Andrew, at John's place, we're going to play some Super Turbo.
Oh, god damn it. I got to practice.
It's just kind of weird.
Speaking of practice, like about half an hour ago, I decided to fire up eyes and I forgot my patterns. It took me. I got to the 6th stage and I died like 3 times. And finally, I remembered my pattern and I rolled it once and turned it off.
Oh, that was good.
I just wanted to see if I could remember my shit. Yeah, it seriously took me. It took me like 3 or 4 guys before I remembered how the fuck do I pass the 6th stage.
Are you at 4-way?
You have it videotaped, though, don't you?
Yeah, I can always go back, but
that would really suck if you couldn't remember.
Oh, I know. It'd take me like the same 6 months or whatever. That would really bite.
So I guess part of my question here is, can you lunge forward and kick with an 8-way?
I wanted Mock to put it in 4-way mode.
This is 4-way right now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Your
but
mom's
you can do all the
4-way.
same moves,
Oh!
Nice. What that means. Yes! I told you, bitch!
2,000.
You did better with the 4-way mode.
He had like the breakdance move. It was like he breakdanced. He just like.
It's just weird though, Mike Gleek, because the manual shows 8-way.
I'm looking at the manual right now.
There's like a PDF.
What page are you on? I'm on. I'm on page 4. It says.
Boss laughing at you. That's the new boss laugh.
All right, what page are you on, Gak? Because I'm not seeing 8-way on the PDF I have.
Andy!
That should be his death sound. Andy! People are like, who's Andy?
Shit.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Like a knife came out of that vase. Peekaboo.
I want to show you this other game.
What game is that?
You guys like this one's one of my favorites.
Oh, Yara Kung Fu, yeah.
Oh, I love that game.
End of line.
You guys remember Karateka? That never made it to the arcade.
That was a great Apple game. I played the shit out of that.
Or what about Way of the Exploding Fist?
The best part of Karateka was fucking fighting the guys and doing high kicks because your arms would be like this.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's what... Raiden in Mortal Kombat totally just stole his fucking dive move. I say Or that could be like
I do like the music better in Yair Kung Fu. It has better.
That's totally Raiden's move, or it could be E Honda's headbutt.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe the real martial arts.
I should dance like a geisha.
Is that what you said?
Boy, that's cheating. Come on.
I say we hang him, then we kill him. Yeah! I say we stomp him. Yeah! Then we tattoo him. Yeah! Then we tattoo him. Yeah! And then we kill him. Yeah! I say we let him go.
I know. That movie comes out this month. I can't wait.
I love how it has an arrow to show you which way you're moving.
Oh, this game's definitely 8-way joystick.
Shut. Like the kicking feet there.
Reminds me of the dudes in Double Dragon 2, those fuckers with the nunchucks.
Hitting it with like a ukulele there, or what is
It's a
that?
nunchuck, I think.
That's not a ukulele.
It's a nunchuck, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nunchucks, yeah.
Yeah. I remember playing this in my Commodore 64.
Mm-hmm. I also miss Bruce Lee. That was a great game.
I'm going to turn Bruce Lee into an arcade cabinet.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of like that guy did with Archon, right?
Yeah, I want to make two. I want to make a Jumpman Jr. and a Bruce Lee.
I will support that.
Oh.
Somebody made a new Bruce Lee that works on the PC.
For what? Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee, yeah, they recreated the old one exactly, but it works in Windows.
Oh, can you give me the link? To that?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it somewhere. I have it downloaded, I think, too, somewhere. I can probably search it. Just...
This is Stradivarius.
I think I found it. It's planetfibble.com Blitz.
Could be. I haven't been there for a little while. The guy made it like a couple years ago, I think.
Oh god, it's an EXE. I bet you it's a virus.
Oh, it's Mr. Feeney. I mean,
No, it was a Windows game. I actually played it.
Oh, I'll install it.
Man, that was weird. I think I accidentally turned off the power to my computer.
What?
Everything shut off. I had to reboot everything.
Nice.
So what was kind of what was the summary on that?
Woo! I turned Mock's audio down, so if you guys want to talk still.
Yeah.
I forgot I had that ability.
So there's your link, Brad. There's the final of that whole Coleco bullshit.
Yeah, I saw Coleco pulled their.
Yep.
It's done, yeah.
The Super Nintendo ripoff with
that's the other thing I was
PCI
wondering
card.
about.
I mean, I'm not saying fuck Coleco. Fuck the guy for trying to fuck over Coleco. Which is
I think
Mike,
Coleco.
I think.
I mean, I didn't read it. I thought just Coleco pulled because of the whole fiasco.
I think the whole company's shut down though. Like the RTS is the whole company's gone now. But they
Yeah, there
shut
was
down their
nothing
Facebook page.
Retro RTS or something.
From what I read, there was nothing original about it. They just
There wasn't.
grabbed-
That's the whole problem.
They just stole hardware and they're like,
It's like
"Hey, let's
paperwork.
slap this together."
Yeah.
But you guys were giving that guy so much credit. This Mike guy, he's like, oh yeah, he's the best. You gotta support him.
Oh, I didn't post.
No, I wasn't saying he was the best. I was just saying he was a legit guy. He does retro game magazine and
He's
a
legit,
whole bunch
but,
of other stuff.
but
So
he
he's
just ruined his credibility.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down, brother.
I mean, didn't he ruin his credibility with this whole failed project?
He did now, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But prior to that, he was actually known to be a pretty good guy.
Yep.
I think that's the whole thing. That like fuck people.
Is this the retro magazine you're talking about? This one?
Yep,
yeah,
that's
that
one.
guy.
The guy, one of the owners of that, is the one tied into that.
It is the guy.
Wow. Well, I guess retro magazine's out then, huh? Or what?
Probably, maybe.
Well, I'm sure their credibility's going to take a hit for this too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what he was thinking. It doesn't make any sense to me why he would be so shady about it.
Hey, my guess is that like, you know, I mean, like any development project, right? I mean, shit sometimes goes south. I mean, who knows? I don't think it doesn't seem like they were out to like dupe a bunch of people and steal a bunch of money. You know, this wasn't a RAM controls kind of like fucking setup.
Yeah, I think what it is too, because I'm in development. So you try to get an MVP out there, a minimal viable product, and sometimes you got to fudge things, you know, to get funding, right?
Right, but like if you're fudging stuff that bad, then you're damaging your own credibility.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's no longer fudge. It's just a turd.
Fraud.
Yeah. That's not like trying to like just dupe your stakeholders into believing that you actually have something when you do actually have something, but you can't show it or something like that. This is like full on like borderline fraud.
So Gleek, I just linked the PDF to kind of go back in time a few minutes.
Oh, I'm definitely not arguing with you, Gak.
No.
I'm just, this is the same. Oh wait, what the hell?
It says right there on the first page, 8-way on the stick.
All right, this is a different PDF to it.
So I said maybe they came out with two different versions.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
It could even be a dip switch setting.
A dip switch.
Yeah, I have a little quiz for you guys. This is not, well, I mean, it is a real arcade game, but it's not a. It's not a known arcade game from the 80s, but I'm going to show you a screenshot and figure out if you can guess what these guys built.
Present yourself.
I'll take Whip for 200.
Coors beer.
Blues Brothers? No.
Oh, I know. It's Smokey the Bandit. Texarkana? Yeah.
Yes! Some bitch.
Didn't they have it?
That's a game?
That guy's in Idaho. He's
he's in the other arcade in Boise.
Yeah.
This is a new game or old game?
No, fuck, these guys just made it.
What the hell?
Shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that maybe about a year ago, something like that.
Spacebar. I had a friend who just went to Grinkers, and then he checked out Spacebar, and he posted these pictures. I was like, what the fuck?
I wonder what the gameplay is actually like.
I know. I was asking him if he knew if it was like a board like hack or if it was just like a computer in there or what the hell it was. And he said that by the time he got there, they were just closing, and he didn't have time to ask him. But next time he goes, he said he'll ask him.
Gallagher Cab.
It's totally badass though. Like they did a really good job of it.
Yeah.
Interesting to see some video gameplay.
Oh yeah, that's.
Didn't they do a Smokey and the Bandit like on Coleco or one of those old systems? It would have been horizontal on a TV, but.
Yeah,
I thought there was a Smokey and the Bandit.
I know there's a Dukes of Hazzard on.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Dukes of Hazzard, yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't look that good. It looked like shit.
Yeah.
I know. As soon as I saw this, I was like, "Holy crap!" Because I'm going to make a couple machines myself.
I just linked it. It's the official link for this game. It looks like Usebox Jamma.
Oh yeah.
Whip, where was that?
Oh, it's a Nintendo Play Choice.
It's in Spacebar in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey Brian,
But,
why did
Mike
Dave
just
just leave without telling us?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to take a leak and then he just disappeared.
He did. Well, exactly.
This is the last I had of him. I don't know if you can see that.
It's his nipple? You had the last one?
Yeah.
That was the last you had of him. Well, that's a good part to have.
Waka waka!
So, this wasn't an actual Play Choice game, was it? Is that what you're saying?
It says it uses the Nintendo Play Choice board. If you look at the link I have there, it says hardware.
And it uses the used box JAMA. Oh, so it's a board someone's made that goes into a play choice.
Well, I've seen the used box. I think it's like in England or something. It's
It looks like it's SD card, so you can program your own game for it, and it goes into a play choice.
No, it's a JAMA. It's like an arcade SD kind of. It's a JAMA board, and you can do. There's like homebrew games you can have on it.
Oh, there's the link for the used box.
It says you have two choices. You can what they decided to do. Okay, so they either were going to do a Nintendo Play Choice or use the used box.
I think they went with the used box, right?
It's $80 for pre-assembled.
They went with the used box. So what language do you use with that thing?
C. It says C.
Oh.
I think you use something like this.
Well, no, it uses C, which is better than frickin' assembler. So.
Well, C's better than D.
I mean,
and
otherwise
D's better than E.
Okay, Jim.
Should be a driver game. Should have a steering wheel.
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, what the hell?
So the goal of the used box JAMA is to make homebrewed arcade development as simple as possible. That's badass.
I might actually buy one of those.
I know. I'm almost thinking it's only this.
$80.
Or 65 as a kit. Yeah.
Yeah. As if we have time for this, right?
And it probably comes with, or you can probably find.
Well, again, it uses that
Some
18
pre-made
mega.
games.
That's the stuff that Adam uses too.
It's within a. Well, it's similar to what's inside a Arduino.
Yeah.
Shazam!
And the Arduinos you just program in C as well.
So the thing with this used box, you can create a lot of games doing this kind of platform.
See, Bart, no disco ball? Oh, jeez, there he just he
He's
pulled
got
a Blair Witch and out.
Yeah.
The ghost of Chris's past.
Here, I'm just gonna share this just so people know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yay! There it is.
I mean, for the price, why not give it a shot? You know what I mean?
Where do you buy it? I'm looking on their site. Where do you buy it from? I don't see a buy
Like
now
in the
anywhere.
UK, I think.
Oh, usebox.org. You got to click on that. That's why.
Hey, orange balls, I'll have a box of those. Give me a box of those naked lady tees, and give me 2 of those. Give me 6 of those.
Hey, so
that's pretty cool.
I just want. Go ahead.
No, but Brad,
Go ahead, Brian.
does that have that game on it, or do you have to program it, or?
No, you program it yourself. Looks like it has an SD card.
Oh, okay, all right.
So you program it in C, and then you put it into that thing, and then you basically just plug it into a JAMA harness, and you can make games.
Gotcha.
Write it into that Atmel chip.
So it does 2-player support, detects your coins, so you can actually use legit in an arcade. Has an onboard audio amplifier.
So I recall looking into that too, and but then I started seeing the stuff about the Raspberry Pi. So it's kind of like, wouldn't the Pi be able to? It's getting the JAMA interface.
Yes,
though, right?
There is a JAMA interface for it.
Has a JAMA thing on it. Yeah.
There is a JAMA. Actually, if you watch John's last video, he actually talks about.
Yeah.
He ordered a Raspberry Pi 3, and there's actually a JAMA connector people are making for it.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
But you can make your own. I mean, it's just going to the ports, the jacks on a Raspberry Pi, so you can always wire one yourself. It's not a big deal.
I don't know how you survived, slave. It doesn't matter. Prepare to terminate.
Hey Jim, did you get my goodbye music?
What is? Oh, did you PM me? I'm sorry. Clov, here we are. I'm always logged into Clov. Like I always have a tab open.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the one dude that's always on. No, I didn't get anything.
No,
I got nothing.
Just going back.
I like it.
Yeah, the thing with the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
The thing with the Raspberry Pi is you basically have to hook up an HDMI connector, most likely to an LCD. Whereas this is just JAMA, so this can be just put it right into a real like arcade cabinet, right?
Yeah.
The Raspberry Pi.
But like we said, they're making
slave.
that adapter to go to the JAMA, right?
Yeah, so I guess that's where the difference is. They would have to have some other probably boards on it to do that. Convert it from HDMI to RGB.
Mm-hmm.
So where's this outro music?
We're gonna send you a PM still.
Well, I thought you already did.
No.
Well, you're like, hey, did you get my
No, I said we should. Are you serious? You were looking for it the whole time?
No, I just looked on Club.
Holy shit! Hold on. God damn it.
Powered by vodka.
Come on, I've been drinking vodka all night. I mean, I've been drinking vodka. Vodka. Give me some credit. My latency is a little bit behind right now.
All right. I'm gonna go on mute. I gotta find me a song.
So another topic that Orange Whip and Carrie, you were there. We talked about it a little bit briefly. The recent thing with the RAM controls guy on KLV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just strange. You know, when I joined KLV, I think the RAM things had just kind of disappeared. I want to say it was like 2010 or 11 is when they had their last, run of cheating everybody out of money or whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see a lot of that myself, but that was just weird.
The
I don't get.
aftermath was still going on though. I mean, the shit was still flying around about it.
It just seems so strange that the guy would. So it's like his
pants off.
His game plan is to like hook up a half a dozen or a dozen people with like really good deals or ship them out really fast, and they get them to vouch for them, and then 40 or 50 other people decide they want to prepay for stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, dude. Then you do all the work by creating repos of certain stuff, and then if you get a bunch of people to like just pre-sale send you a bunch of money and then fucking walk away.
Yeah. And even if that wasn't his intention this time, it doesn't matter. He's already blacklisted.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously had the shit in hand, right? I mean, had some and he sent them out.
Like,
so.
Hey, well, what do you think about this idea, guys? And then like a week and a half later, he fucking starts sending out shit.
It wasn't even that. It was like 3 days or something.
It might be a little suspect if some guy is talking about prototyping some stuff and then all of a
I
sudden
worked on it for a year, guys. Come on.
I'm like,
hey, how long does it take Takeman to get out some goddamn major Havoc rollers? We've been waiting on that shit forever.
I mean, I work with a fair amount of injection molded plastic parts. I currently am right now, and the modeling and the design work takes a couple weeks, and then the actual molders they usually need like 45 days to actually machine the mold.
Tax.
Just to get a prototype.
And we're talking, Taiwan or China, and it's still 10 to 20 grand or more, depending on the complexity of the molds. And I'm like, how in the hell is this guy cranking out this molds in Southern California in a matter of a couple days?
Well, he also actually kicked himself, because if you read through the whole thing, which I fucking did, at the beginning of it, he's like, "Oh, I never heard of RAM controls, but I look it up and I see all the stuff that they did." And then later on in his thing, he was talking about, "Oh yeah, I knew about RAM controls, blah blah blah. I didn't want to do what they did." It's like, well, you just said at the beginning of them that you didn't know about RAM controls.
He said something about
so he was trying to spin his own shit around.
Yeah. So I don't know how he does it or like what the deal is with that shit, but obviously there's a scheme going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember all the pictures from like like when he was like supposedly reproducing parts, and we'd see like giant bins of like brand new shit and stuff like that. And you're like, oh my god, it's like stepping back in time and going back to the Atari factory, and you're looking at like Star Wars yokes, and here's all the parts, and he has all of them, and it's amazing. And the thing is, he did produce some shit, right? I mean, I have a RAMs control, that I bought from back forever ago. One of the rebuild kits for the Star Wars yoke. And I'm telling you, that shit's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's what people
are amazing.
That's what people were saying. Like, why don't you just legitimately sell the 720 controllers for $800, which is the asking price for them, and just fucking make money off of them?
Oh my god!
Why sell them for $400?
I bought the whole fucking game for so much less than that.
Yes, I know, right?
People were saying, "Hey, one guy said I just bought the joystick for $800."
Oh my god, that's so insane.
And so people are saying, well, if they're $800, why are you selling them for $400?
I mean, Andrew, in the reality, to do that, let's say if you did 100 of them, I mean, how many hundreds do you think you could sell? 200, 300 at the most?
At the most, right?
But
that take a long time to do that, too.
I think there's at least 3 injection molds on that, and that's at least 50 grand to do that. The size of those cavities and everything.
Yeah.
Well, he's already got the molds done, though, right?
I don't know. Or
Well,
did
yeah,
he?
he's made the joysticks. The joysticks were made years ago. He actually has some.
I don't know if he actually physically has the molds in his hands, though. It was probably in China or Taiwan, is my guess.
Right.
And they put him there, and he got him to send him 50 sets or whatever, and he probably screwed them out of the, he got terms on the molds.
Right.
Like, okay, 50 grand for the molds.
Yeah, who knows what he did on that side of it, yeah.
He got a 90-day term, and he did, 25% up front or something, and just screwed him out of the rest. And he has no more inventory.
Yeah,
that'd be my guess.
It could be, yeah.
And then he sells 5 or 10 of them, and then people get them, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" And they are amazing, right? I mean, those pictures look fucking. It's crazy. It's their brand new parts.
Yeah.
And then
the funny thing is how many people bought.
There's moving, and there's
a whole bunch of people actually bought them right away before. I can't remember his name now, but came in and said, "Hey, this is RAM controls."
Or Tombo, I think.
Tombo, yeah. There's a whole bunch of people who already bought them. Like, oh my god, because so many people, weren't around.
People not only bought them, but they had them in hand. And they were showing pictures, like someone like, look at this fucking thing, and they were like legit claw people that they had pictures of them.
I know Tombo was already on it, but I don't normally get involved or comment on kind of drama-ish type threads.
Boring.
But I said, like, if you're legit, you need to, have people vouch for you. If there's always people questioning your legitimacy, have Tombo get in contact with a couple local collectors in Southern California and go to your facility and verify that it's legit.
Right.
Yeah, when he didn't respond to you, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the end of it.
Just completely ignored the comments on there. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a cheater. Yeah.
It's fucking Dave or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
And the fact that he keeps coming back, it's just fucking insane.
Well,
it's been years now, I guess. But
yeah, but 7 years, there's a whole new breed of people here, right?
Yeah.
Clove.
Well, yeah, but like, why would you go back to Clove? I mean, like, he didn't have, like, I went and checked after that shit started exploding. I went over to Boyac to see if he posted. Because I figured the Boyac guys would be, like, all over this, right? And I don't see a single post. It's like, why wouldn't you go after a much bigger community? Because Boyac is bigger. And those guys will fucking eat that shit.
Or eBay, He could have been selling those for, like you said, $600 or something, brand new, old stock.
Well, yeah, but, like, eBay, you get into, like, a whole different realm of, like, they'll come after you kind of thing.
Mm.
Whereas if it's just, like, people on Clob, maybe it's a little bit easier to...
Do you think there's a lot of guys on Boyac who are... Do you think there's a lot of guys on Boyac that are actually, like, creating from scratch 720s, though?
Well, no, but, like, they'll want to have... Because that controller is so specific to that game, so they'll want to have that controller for playing 720 on their main cabs.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an interface board to USB that like there is on the Star Wars yoke, but I mean, admittedly I have a Rams control USB to fucking Star Wars yoke thing sitting on a shelf in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it back in the day from I think it was after the Rams thing blew up, and I bought it not knowing it was a Rams control thing. But I was like, oh, Star Wars yoke to USB, that's pretty cool. I should just pick one of those up because that's awesome. And I got it for a good price. But yeah, I've never used it. But something similar like that, where it's like if someone can map that shit to USB, which shouldn't take too much problem. You guys are talking about like, Raspberry Pis and stuff like that. Well, there's plenty of USB things out there that you can do that with.
Yeah.
So I mean, if someone wanted to actually put that.
I think Jim's listening to my outro.
He's fucking dancing. You can dance if you want to.
No, it's not that song.
No,
I actually got a... Hey, Jim, you got that queued up? I'm out, man. Soon. Is he on mute?
Sorry, I had to listen to that, and I kind of got into it.
So
it's very synthetic. I like it.
Yeah, it's from Gary Newman, but they twisted it a little bit.
Oh, that's the shit that got us banned.
No.
This is only 30 seconds long.
He'll short it to 10. I don't know what got us banned, Brad.
It was that.
Was it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
It was Gary Newman.
No, it's all like trench techno out.
Oh.
It's not techno.
Whatever it is. It's 1990s out. How about that?
Sure. No,
But
Some kind of house shit.
entering the roster.
Yeah, definitely house shit.
Well,
Definitely.
it keeps on coming back to me, but I was playing it and I thought I was already disconnected, so I don't know. It's the past.
You are the navigator.
What is he doing?
That's my song. He's just kind of humming it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Jim's the human trombone there.
You know it. No.
Is that coming from his mouth, though, is the question.
Yeah, it's kind of funny,
Whoa.
actually.
Well, I'll leave that up to your imagination.
If you guys seen a UK TV series called The IT Crowd, you'd know what he's talking about.
I've watched that like 1,000 times over.
That's the song.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Best episode of that is the Sea Parks one.
Which one?
Sea Parks?
Sea Parks.
Yeah.
I
When
forgot.
he has a girlfriend that...
Moss?
No.
Oh, the other guy?
It's the one that Moss gets stuck in the fucking crane thing trying to win an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
The other guy was trying to figure out why his girlfriend's family fucking all died at Sea Parks in a whale show. Fuck, that's the funniest episode of any TV show I've ever seen in my life.
I have to rewatch that.
My wife bought me a T-shirt that's there's a fire at the Sea Parks.
Does anybody else know what we're talking about?
Nope.
It's like one of the last episodes of the last season, season 3. Fuck, it's literally. I still swear it's the funniest episode of TV
You guys
I've
need
ever
to
seen.
totally get on that.
It's on Netflix and shit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I watched them all, but it's
funny.
been a while.
He actually builds a little fucking sea parks out of like fucking matchsticks or something like that, and then he fucking lights it on fire, and the whole thing burns up on his desk.
Fire at the Sea Parks. Okay.
There's a fire at the Sea Parks.
Yeah, Roy. That's his name, Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so I'm out of here. I don't know if Jim has my song already or not. Doesn't matter. Nice seeing you guys. I'll see you next
All
week.
right. Yep. Take care.
Nice. And I think it's Italian for beginners.
All right, guys. Thanks. Talk to you.
All right. See you.
See you, Glenn.
Peace. I actually do need to start a whole new palette for just outro themes because it's going to get clustered in a hurry.
Yeah.
So
What an earworm.
I think we talked about this, but
Nope, we didn't.
Nagy's
Voicemail?
Yeah.
Fucker.
What if it went
When's not
through
going to
your
play
top?
that shit?
He said
Yeah.
he sent it, so we'll see if it happens next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also sent John a fucking PM, and all I said was, I quoted his last message about I'll review as soon as possible, and I just put, how's the review incoming? And he hasn't responded naturally. We can dance. We can dance. Ooh, that's loud. I need to change that.
Levels.
Yeah, this one's okay.
We're slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a calling card.
That might be that's our calling card. We slow down.
For me to leave? No.
We fizzle out and die.
Hey, it's just a slow week in arcade shit, I guess.
Yeah, you didn't pick up like 60 boards.
No.
Brad.
No, I did not.
For $4.
Right? Yeah.
For free? Come on.
You and your
Trade
fucking
one
deals.
board for 20. That's my thing.
Yeah. No, they paid you to pick them up.
Yeah. Like, here's $400. Please take all these PCBs. We don't want them.
Yeah.
The problem with PCBs, though, they take up a lot more space than you think they do.
They do if they're stored properly.
Well, yeah, if you store, yeah, exactly.
I got them all in U.S. Mailboxes. The
like
priority.
Just like Johnny.
And stat bags and everything.
Yeah.
Johnny just throws them on the shelf, just like fucking stacks them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so another Pac-Man, Tom, the guy that used to work for all these operators. That's how he stores them. They look just like books on a shelf. They're not even in boxes. Just like he's got so many fucking PCBs that it just blows my mind.
That's the guy I know too, who's got like 1,000 or whatever PCBs, or did at one point. He's actually built a shelf in his basement, like up in the ceiling, and then he just slides them all in, and they're all just stacked up like books.
Jesus.
Yeah, he doesn't give two shits about how they're.
All his are in anti-static bags with actual tags that fall down, so you can actually read them all, but they're not in boxes or anything.
No, at best, Tom puts his in like fucking like anti-stack bags. At best, most of the time they're not even in anything.
I looked into buying a case of anti-static bags. They're not cheap.
No.
So I just try to hoard them as much as I can when anybody gets me a game or something or a board.
Yeah, there was a dude on Cloud a while ago who was selling like a huge bundles of like 20 or 30 of them, and I think I got like 40 or 50.
Yeah, because I think in the case it comes in like either 150 or 250 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And so he probably was just breaking
and
them down.
The big ones, like the 24 by 15 or something like that. I mean, they're
Right.
good. I've never had a board that doesn't fit.
You have to wrap them over to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Atari boards. There's some Atari boards that probably wouldn't fit, but those won't fit in the.
Pole positions are a pretty good size board.
Yeah, we'll try a 720.
So the company I work for, we get lots of LED boards. They're big circuit boards populated with surface mount LEDs, and they'll come in these pink bubble wrap packaging.
So those are static or anti-static with a discharge. Those aren't the good ones though.
Yeah, probably.
They're
better than nothing.
Oh yeah, no, they're way better than nothing.
And we literally will get like thousands of them, and they throw them away. They pack them in these big boxes and just throw them in the dumpster. So I get them, every few months. I'll grab a few boxes, and there's about 40 or 50. They're I think maybe 18 inches square. So I'll put like on a bigger circuit board. I'll put 2 of them on it.
Nice. And those are the bubble wrap, the pink bubble wrap.
Yeah,
ones,
pink bubble wrap. Yeah.
Like that's definitely good for packing stuff, but I think that like you want the silvered stuff.
Yeah.
Where it actually like creates kind of a fair
true protection. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the stuff that like hard drives and stuff like that shit, man. I'm sure I could probably.
I got a hard drive right here. Right here is the hard drive. This shit.
Right. You win. You're a little bit faster, but yes.
I've got a soft drive, but it could change into a hard drive if you want it bad enough.
But yeah, the actual the shiny metal.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that you want.
Yep.
There you go. Western Digital 3 terabyte. Brand new.
This one's only a 2 terabyte Western Digital.
You boys showing off your hard drives.
My hard drive's bigger than your hard drive.
Check out my platters.
I'll do the Pepsi challenge anytime you want, buddy.
You bunch of non-solid state guys.
Well, you're not going to put fucking solid state in a NAS.
You're not going to find a 3 terabyte solid state either.
Yeah, I've got like fucking 24 terabytes in my fucking NAS here. I'm not going to put solid state in that. Fuck. Oh, my NAS only cost me $80,000 with solid state in it.
But it's really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fast.
How fast is your hard drive, Jim?
Wow.
Those hard drives can't get to be too fast. Yeah.
Too big? Can they be too big?
Yes.
They need to be just right.
Not
You
too
know,
big, not too small.
Well, we
not
do
too
have a
fast,
spin
not too
platter
slow.
intensity ratio. There is one.
I mean, if you say it's just size, it's really not. It's about the power. You want to have the power, and you don't want to get overly big.
Yeah, so you don't really want one of those green drives that's like meant to be really energy efficient. You want something that's just all about the juice.
Can we put the energy efficient drive in and then swap it out for a more powerful one, and then put the energy efficient one back in again, and then the more powerful one, and then the
That's
energy
too
efficient,
complicated.
and then the more powerful one? Can we just keep doing that?
That
Will that
sounds
work?
like you and me working in tandem.
I'm working. Jesus.
Look, we derail fast.
That sounds like a threesome.
Yes, that's what
Menage a trois.
All right, are we done? Is that what
Let's shut
we're?
this shit down.
I think
Yeah.
we're spent.
Yeah.
It's midnight and we're all
Yeah.
Cool. Well, then I will. Let's get everybody to say their goodbyes. Then how
And
about that
how?
this time? Let's go around the room. We got a little bit extra time tonight. Let's get all the co-hosts to say goodnight to everybody. Let's start off with Andrew.
Everybody, I'd like to say thank you. We'll see you again next week. We do this every week. You can join us in the chat. We have a live chat here on the YouTube. We do actually pay attention to it, so if you want to join us and ask questions, please do. We love all of your questions. We ignore a good 90, 95% of them, but hey, you know what? If you're part of that 5%, you're golden, and we'll talk about it. Is that my song, Jim?
Is that Andrew's song?
No, Andrew's song is actually. Sorry, I got caught in the moment.
No, we got some Jimbo treasure trail on that one.
Coast to
That was a moment.
LA to Chicago, Western. Wait,
So,
what the fuck was Gleek song? It was like that was shit. I saved that. No, I didn't. Poop. Ah, crap. Oh, it was this.
But a little bit too dubstep for me. I can't fucking do that.
Yeah, but it's fun to hum or whatever.
All I see is that fucking Scion commercial with like the dancing hamsters.
No, you know what it sounds like? It's like some stupid like fake car commercial.
It's like a British TV show about internet technology, guys. Hey, Mock's back, just as we're about to leave.
Hey, are we going to get a gameplay on Whitewater? Yeah.
You know how it is when you get a new game you're waiting for.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what that's like.
I fucking need
Uh,
All right, anybody else want to say goodnight to anybody?
Good night, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Yep. Arrivederci. All right, well, I'll just say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, follow, tweet, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Whatever else that people tend to do these days. All of that stuff right there.
Do we have any reviews in iTunes yet?
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that.
I actually don't use iTunes to do all the stuff, so I'm not sure. You can get it on iTunes, but I don't.
I'm just wondering because if people actually left a review on there.
No, it's still empty. I looked at it the other day.
Thank you.
Hey, leave a review on iTunes, whether it's good or bad. I don't really give a rat's ass.
Maybe we need some like positive messages going out, like
Life moves pretty fast.
Zero.
You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
now we'll get like 1,300 subscribers overnight. I'll be like, oh boy, this show just has positive energy. Someone needs another beer.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night,
Next week.
Thanks.
Next time, same time, same back channel.
Chingate.
Yes.
Thanks for
Yeah.